What's happening, man? What's cracking? What's cracking? What's happening, man? That almost made me fall out of my chair when I saw that. Jeez. Um, what's happening? How's everybody doing, man? Yo. Yo, man. This St. Petersburg, Russia, man. Russia in the building. Russia in the building. Yeah, they let Stabby. Yeah, soon you knew he was gonna do that. You know he tried to say he was a conservative. I told y'all he wasn't a conservative. That what's his name? What's the founder of GoFundMe? I forgot his name. At least, yo, listen. At least he didn't take it down because I know he wanted to, but he had just made all those statements about Carmelo Anthony's fundraiser being freedom of speech. And then the next day, Shiloh Hendrix happens. So he's in a bit of he wanted to, he really wanted to take Shiloh's down, but he couldn't. He still may try something. He may look into the deep into the guidelines of the terms of service and see if there's a way he can get around it. That guy's a piece of excrement. He's a human piece of excrement. I'm telling you, man, we got a great show for you guys tonight, man. Everybody, take that like button and smash it. Smash that like button. Shout out to my man Austin Davenport, the third. He said, salute op. We have some morons on the internet saying Shiloh and the Sun Man are working together. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand, there are always going to be things. They tried to say she was married to a black guy. Showed a picture of some woman, some white woman kissing a black guy in a wedding dress, and they said it was her. That turned out to be false. And it doesn't matter. Listen, whatever. Shannon, you think Shannon Sharp didn't have that white girl calling him an N-word in the bed? Press one. You know Shannon had that white girl calling him the N-word in the bed when they was role playing. You know that, right? You do know that. All y'all people mad over Shiloh Hendrix, man. I do hope y'all know that Shannon 1000% had that girl calling him the N-word. He 1,000% had that girl calling him the N-word in bed. Listen, Uncle Shay 1,000%. I don't want to hear nothing, man. I don't want to hear nothing about that, man. Shannon had that girl. Shannon had that girl. He'd be like, "What? What you say? Who you calling? Who you calling a nigga?" And then he'd choke her. And then they had sex. That was part of his role play. He'd be the big black slave. And she'd be the missus, and she'd come out with her big dress on and her fan. Woo! Lordy, it sure is hot out here. Feels like the devil's leaning on this. Won't one of you niggas just come up here and rub my feet? Don't you worry now, Master went to the market. Shannon come over. Ooh, I'll rub your feet. Oh, Shannon, you such a good nigga. You know how to get deep and you know how to go get deep into that tissue. Yeah. You know Shannon had that white girl call him a goddamn nigga in the bed. That's, you know that. You know that. Stop it. Stop. Just stop it. Cease and desist. I sending y'all niggas cease and desist, man. Y'all niggas need to cease and desist with all the bullshit. You know what time it is. You know what time it is, man. Acting like y'all upset over this lady. With y'all favorite black celebrity been playing slave role play with a 19-year-old white bitch. Doing slave role play. A big black man choking a little white girl in public. You know goddamn well she was calling him a nigga. It ain't enough pauses for me to reenact that though. Bow Wow ain't grown an inch since he was a little kid, man. Why wouldn't he be holding hands with Jennifer? Ain't that his girl? Isn't that his girl?
Hey, say that again. Man, fuck these bitches, bro. At the end of the day, bro, these bitches ain't shit. They not gonna help you succeed in life. They're not gonna help you get your rest. They gonna take your rest, nigga. So fuck all these bitches, bro. It's niggas all season, nigga. We fucking all niggas. Whoa! Niggas all season, nigga. We fucking all niggas. Whoa! Hey, say that again.
That's a fine young man. In the face of end fatigue, man. End fatigue is real, man. End fatigue is real, Jack. I've been saying that for the longest time, though, man. All y'all that's been here for a while, man. Y'all know I've been asking. I done put up so many polls. Pause. When is the backlash gonna finally happen? Remember? Press one. All those survey polls I put up and said, when is the backlash gonna finally come? Black people wearing people out. Black people wearing people out. When is the backlash gonna come? When is it finally? Because black folk wear you out. Black folk will wear you out. I've been saying it for the longest. I've been like, man, when is this backlash gonna come, man? In fatigue, man.
Buddy, but what are your thoughts on me searching this car? Because
Why do you want to search my car?
well, why do you think I want to search your car?
You got me under suspicion or anything, or
Well, there you go. I mean, you jumped right to it pretty quick, didn't you?
because you say you want to search my vehicle for no reason? I know the law.
No reason. I mean, you came to a reason pretty quick. What would the reason be? Is there any reason? I mean, what's going on? What's going on?
For you to want to search my vehicle for no reason.
Well, I mean, you're the one saying no reason. My partner and I mean, there's two of you and there's two of us, and we just want to make sure everything's safe. And if we knew what was going on in the car, without you in the car possibly being a threat, that would help the scenario for us a little bit, right? You can understand.
Of me being a threat. What's your suspicion? What do you think I have? Something?
You're the one that keeps using the word suspicion. I'm just kind of want to be aware of what's going on.
You know, that's one of my main rights right there. For you not to search my vehicle without probable cause to search my vehicle.
Okay. Well, as I mentioned, I just would feel a lot more comfortable if my partner and I knew what was going on inside of this car, because the windows are pretty dark. I mean, you got nice wheels on it. Yeah. Are you running drugs? What are you doing?
Do you have a warrant to search my car?
Are you going to let me search your car?
Do you have a warrant to?
I mean, you gave me ID pretty easily, and I appreciate that. So
This is a skit. This is bullshit. That's a skit, man. That's a skit, man. That's a skit, man.
It's my own business. You call him a nigger? Do you call him a nigger, the child? Did you call the child the nigger word? It is my own business.
Hey, yo, the NAACP is raising millions. Has raised $350,000 for this 5-year-old who is yet to be identified. Where's the 5-year-old? Where's the 5-year-old? Where the 5-year-old and the mama doing an interview on Good Morning America or fucking the Today Show or Rashad Ritchie or where is the 5-year-old and the artistic kid and the 5-year-old? Where's the 5-year-old artistic kid and the 5-year-old mother? Where are they? This is the strangest thing. They have a GoFundMe through the NAACP already, raised $350,000, but we still haven't laid eyes on them. You know why? Because there is no 5-year-old artistic kid. There's a kid of some age, but he ain't 5 and he ain't artistic.
Do you call him a nigger, the child? Did you call the child the nigger word? It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say. Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger? The little child? Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
Okay, she did point at him. So she pointed at him.
That's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you.
Oh, shit.
If that's what he's gonna act.
So the inbred Somalian, he doesn't know what the fuck age this kid is, man. That inbred Somalian don't even know what the fuck time. You know what the fuck he is on his mind. He inbred. So him saying that the kid is 10 years old, I don't know. Let me say the kid is 5. I don't know. That don't look like no 5-year-old. That don't look like no 5-year-old. And he got his legs crossed, like he leaning on the playground. He look like Joe Cool, man. That nigga like 17 years old, man. Shout out to Big Learn. Big Learn in the building. Salute to Superstar SS. He says, it's empowering, it's demoralizing, it's insulting, it's endearing. It can get someone hugged while getting others knocked out. Yes, Alex, what is the sun word? For 1,000. Oh, man.
That's what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you. Did you call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
That's the funniest part right there. Nigga. Oh. Listen, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. My timeline is full of black people chimping out. The power of this energy that's going on right now. Every other video I got is of a black person chimping out on my algorithm. Shout out to Boy Kachin. He says, "Hey, will the NAACP give the money back when people find the kid just has bad parents?" Look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the GoFundMe. See, they don't GoFundMe. They don't have to hide, man. The NAACP go GoFundMe. Help seek justice for a 5-year-old facing racial hate. That's not the 5-year-old. That kid's not 5 either. This is not the kid from the video. You know, at the end of the month, we will be able to demand. I wonder we could get demand that they showed this 5-year-old autistic kid. Let him talk. Yeah, the kid probably didn't even know what was going on. Wow. Help us see justice for a 5-year-old facing racial hate. Let's read some of the. Yeah, though they got $341,000 in one day, in 2 days. Looks like it's slowing down a little bit, though. Let me see something. Yeah, they slowing down a little bit. It's only had 3 donations in the last 6 hours. Yeah, man. Produce the kid, man. Where's the fucking kid? Let's see this autistic kid, man. Let's see this autistic kid. Where he at? I can't. I'm trying to get off here so I can see the All right, the comments, man. Because the comments are turned off over here. Okay, here it is. Here's the NAACP. Tell me if you think that. Tell me if you think there's really a 5-year-old somewhere that the NAACP is in contact with and they're collecting this money for. Tell me if you think there's a 5-year-old and a mom somewhere, but they just don't want to. They don't want the spotlight, so they're trying to keep their faces covered and all that crap. It says love wins. Rochester branch of the NAACP stands with 5-year-old child. Rochester, Minnesota, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who gave so generously in response to the painful and heartbreaking incident involving a young black child who was subjected to racial hate at a public park. Your compassion, your solidarity, and your belief in love over hate have been overwhelming and deeply moving. Come on, man. Y'all the most hateful motherfuckers in the world. We're not going for that. We're not going for that. Stop it. You stop it. You stop it. Superstar SS says it's empowering, it's demoralizing, it's insulting, it's endearing. Oh yeah, I already read that. Yeah, the kid. Yeah, shout out to Boy Chena, man. He says, "Hey, will the NAACP give the money back when the people find out the kid is just bad parents?" Peace. Yeah, that's the thing about being an African American dad of somebody who skates. Yeah, it gotta be extracurricular activities, uh, extracurricular things. Gotta take them in, take them away from their environment because there's no skating rinks over there. There's no other kids with hockey gear. You're like the only kid with hockey gear. I don't believe any of this, man. I'm looking at this, man, and I'm not seeing anything saying anything about they've contacted a 5-year-old. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who gave so generously in response to the painful and heartbreaking incident involving a young black child who was subjected to racial hate in a public park. Your compassion, your solidarity, and your belief in love over hate has been overwhelming and deeply moving. From the beginning, this campaign was rooted in a powerful truth. Whenever they talk about truth, you know they're lying. From the beginning, this campaign was rooted in a powerful truth. No child should ever be dehumanized, and love must always be louder than hate. People from across the country and around the world responded, sending a clear message that this child, this family, and this moment matter. The Rochester branch of the NAACP acted swiftly in response to the verbal assault and emotional harm captured in the now widely shared video. With care and positive intentions, we launched the GoFundMe campaign to support the young victim and his family. I don't see anything in here, man. It says, The Rochester branch of the NAACP acted swiftly in response to the verbal assault and emotional harm captured in the now widely shared video. With care and positive intention, we launched the GoFundMe camp. See, they're not saying that we got with the family. They're playing word games. They never say we got with the family or after meeting with the family, after meeting with the mom, meeting that 5-year-old boy. It just really breaks your heart that he was treated that way. There's nothing here indicating that there's some 5-year-old and autistic kid somewhere in a mom that are just like, meeting with the NAACP. I wouldn't be surprised if they gonna have to have a fake family stand in and shit. Thank you for it says with care and positive intention, we launched the GoFundMe campaign to support the young victim and his family. Thanks to your outpouring of support, we not only met our goal, we surpassed it. Together, we raised $341,000. Love wins. In response to the family's wishes, we have now closed the GoFundMe page. Did you hear that? In response to the family's wishes, we have now closed the GoFundMe page. Why would they do that? Why would the family ask them to close the GoFundMe page? I think what happened is the NAACP trying to hurry up and close it and cash out before people start asking questions like, yeah, yo, where's this kid at? Yo, where's his mother? What's their name? I'm a reporter from the local Rochester, whatever the fuck. And I want to interview the mom of the 5-year-old. I want to interview the dad of the autistic 5-year-old. I want to write a story. It doesn't make any sense to end it, to voluntarily end the GoFundMe after a day. What do you think about that? Let me drop the link, man, because this smells like a rat. Hold on, let me see. Miss Mandy, man. Shout out to MILF Mandy, man. MILF Mandy say, hey family, I've missed you. Hope you are well. Yeah, you still working? You still working nights? Yeah, MILF Mandy ain't been around a while, man. That's good that she came through to holler at us, man. That's a nice picture too. You look lovely in that picture too. Shout out to Gouch Merlot, man. He says, salute. Here's something to start a fund for the kid who got his diaper bag messed with. Right. Just keep doing GoFundMe. Do a GoFundMe with a little white kid, man. For real, man. Facts, man. Facts. Let me drop this link, man. I don't know, man. It don't sound like there's no kid nowhere. The way that's written. And I'm not talking about a kid. I'm talking about a 5-year-old autistic kid that was at that playground that day. All right. Over. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see where am I? Okay. Yeah, I think I dropped the link. Did I drop it? Yeah. You're all welcome, man. You come up, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. This is bullshit, man, for the NAACP, man. It says in alignment with the state NAACP guidance, 100% of this money, minus standard GoFundMe fees, will be given to the family in a trust account, with the parents serving as executors. The responsibility of the trust account will rest solely with the family, as it should. The creation of this trust reflects the spirit in which these donations were made out of love, protection, and a desire to support the long-term well-being of the child and family. We want to be clear. No member of the Rochester branch of the NAACP has received or will receive funds from these donations. We stand in full solidarity with the child and his family, and with all those who believe in building a community where dignity, justice, and love prevail. So the people from the black community is talking about building a community where dignity, justice, and love prevail. Yikes. We are united in saying not in our town. But when what's that guy, Jason Aldean said that, when Jason Aldean said that these fucking liberals lost their mind. Unbelievable, man. Malik Quelly says, I think it's all cap. I bet that little son called her a white bitch when he got caught stealing her shit. Yeah, the story is vague as hell. It's all the way around. It doesn't belie first thing in the morning thing where you get up in the morning. Listen, it doesn't. If this family's at the park, right, and that white woman called that little kid a nigger, where's the black mom hooting and hollering in the background? Where's the black mom hooting and hollering in the background? Oh my God, you going like? How did that woman not get assaulted if the mom was there? If a black mom was there, how did that woman not get assaulted? How did she not get cussed out? Salute the Chili Most, 85, man. He says, F that subhuman Somali. How you grow a man, how you a grown man talent? Drop an N-word for us. All right, I got you. Nigger. Yeah, this is so NAACP claims this is also sad. This is sad, man. These grifters just come out of nowhere. And I bet Rochester's a shithole too on the black side of town. This one says, wish I had more to give. While I know that money will fall woefully short of healing the deep pain. You hear that? We talking about grown ass man saying this. Please be strong and feel the love and compassion being directed your way on this day. Peace to you all. This is so disheartening and disgusting that this is the world that we're currently living in right now. No child should ever have to face this, and no one should be supporting that woman. I'm sorry. It has to get you. I'm sorry. I have you to. I'm sorry, and I have you get your justice. Um, I'm a proud Black woman who loves and supports my community. Recently, I was deeply hurt and disgusted by Shiloh Hendrix' racial slur directed at a Black child. The incident shook me to my core and made me question my trust in others. Wow. This one says white people have got to put an end to racism. Black lives absolutely matter. So white people, you gotta stop racism, man. It's up to y'all, man. If it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me, man. If it is to be, it's up to me. Let's go back to yeah. Let's see. Let's see some more black people in public, man. Jesus.
You're not supposed to be recording.
Yes, ma'am. Damn, I love my mom.
Jeez. Yikes, man.
Yo, I'm on an escalator. You know how you're supposed to take your time one at a time? This big head nigga, this nigga on the same step as me. This nigga on the same step as me. I said, bro, why are you recording me? Because I could, nigga. Why you in my face, nigga?
You're not? Bro, why are you recording me?
Make me stop, nigga. Make me stop,
Why
nigga.
are you recording me?
Why you in my space, nigga?
Nigga, you can't.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Nigga, you in my space, nigga. Fuck is you talking
Why
about?
are you recording me?
Get the fuck, back the fuck up, nigga. If I slap the shit out you.
You can't record me.
You a stupid nigga.
Bro,
He tight.
can you stop recording me?
Stupid ass nigga.
Stop fucking
Look, he tight. He gonna run into the gate. Yo, bro, why the fuck?
I'm going to call the fucking police.
Nigga, I know their number.
Don't fucking.
Call the cops,
Can you
gang.
delete that?
Call the cops.
I'm going to get someone, bro. Can you stop fucking recording me?
Call them. Yo, I'm going up the escalator, gang. Yo, he going. Bro, why would you get? Why you on the same step as me, gang? Look, you doing it again. You in my space. Look, I'm in my space.
I have no reason to record me, and you fucking record me.
Because you in my shit.
So it doesn't give you a right.
Shut up, nigga. You're not gonna make me stop.
Well, why would you record me?
Why you in my space? Nigga, you doing whatever you doing, gang. Yo, I don't want to talk to you, nigga. You got to be cautious of what you doing. You moving around unaware. That's it.
You could have just
I ain't got to talk to you, nigga. Go ahead.
Just tapped me.
Tap you what?
Tap me or something.
If I tap you, I'm going to tap you on your drill, nigga. Keep it pushing. If I slap the shit out you, nigga.
What's up, my boy?
What's good, my boy? Yeah. Fuck this little dusty ass nigga. Look, you tight, ugly. I slapped the shit out you, though. Slap the shit out you, gang. Yo, let me get two. Yo, I'm coming up the escalator. Yo, bro, this nigga on the same step as me, gang. Fuck is you doing, gang? Yo, bro, he on the same step as me, gang. That's what I said. He gonna say why I'm recording. Yo, I'm on the escalator.
Jeez. Yikes. Oh my God. Let's see what else is going on, man.
So, did y'all see that video of the Caucasian lady calling a little boy the N-word? Her name is Shiloh. Go look it up. Tell me why this heifer had the audacity to start a GoFundMe because her family not safe. And people donated. Meanwhile, I have a GoFundMe so I can raise $15,000 to go back to school so I can get my teacher certification.
Yeah, right.
So, did y'all see that video of the Caucasian lady calling a little boy the N-word? Her name is Shiloh. Go look it up. Tell me why this heifer had the audacity to start a GoFundMe because her family not safe. And people donated. Meanwhile, I have a GoFundMe so I can raise $15,000 to go back to school so I can get my teacher certification. Am I the wrong color? Like,
yeah, you're the wrong color. That's what it is. All this has to do with color. Yep. You gotta start telling black people that, like, yep, you're the wrong color. Yep. Because I'm telling you, try to play nice with them, they're going to destroy you. They're going to destroy you, man. Look at this shit.
Oh, that's what you want. Say something. Say something. Say something. That's exactly what you want. No. Yeah, because I'm going to report you, bitch. I'm going to report you, bitch. That's why you're running away. Make the sandwich, because I'm reporting her. I already got her on fucking camera. And if she don't make that sandwich, she will lose her fucking job. So let's go. Let's go. I ain't fucking playing with y'all. She running from the camera because she going to get her ass fucking fired. Don't fucking play with me. I will report this fucking spot. Don't play with me. Original Italian. Y'all should know what he comes with. Like, well, how do I have to guide y'all on making fucking sandwiches? Like, are y'all kidding me? Where she's at? Why she's hiding from the camera?
Because she been verbally assaulted.
Bitch, mind your business. Why you in the fucking Why
Because
are you
I'm
in
here.
my business? I don't give a fuck. Mind your business.
Because
Mind
I'm
your
here.
fucking business.
It is. You don't get to talk to people like this,
Shut the
man.
fuck up.
I'm not gonna be
You have
quiet.
the fuck I want. What you wanna do? What you gonna do? I can say whatever I want. It's a freedom of speech, nigga. Mind your business.
No, you
If
don't
I
get
was
to
a
treat
man,
people
you would have
like
got fucked up because you might not other people's business. Mind your business. If I was a man, you would have got your shit right because why the fuck you in my business? Why
Because
you in
you
my
made it
business?
everybody's
It's not your
business.
fucking
It's a
business. I'm
sandwich.
talking it up. If I was a man, you would have sat there and you would have shut the fuck up.
Why
Right?
would I have
Because you
done
would have
that?
got your shit out. Mind your business, bitch. The fuck? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
I'm a human
Well, I don't
being.
give a fuck. Keep it fucking moving, nigga.
Why I gotta move? You can't treat people like
I
this.
can treat her how the fuck I
No, you
want.
don't get to treat her like this.
Yo, and what are you gonna do about it? What
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
stand
do
here and
about
make
it?
sure you don't do anything wrong.
Okay, and what if I do what you wanna do? What you gonna do, nigga? What the fuck are you gonna do? Why don't you go mind your business, get a shape up, go get some new fucking sneakers, you look like a bum.
Okay.
Like you a whole bum, get on my
Thank
face,
you.
faggot ass. So why the fuck your faggot ass is in my face?
So my name is
You're a
Caleb. I
faggot.
work over
You're
here
a
at the school.
faggot. You're a fag.
There ain't nothing wrong
You're a
with people who
faggot,
choose
a
that
pedophile
lifestyle.
working with kids.
I'm a what?
A pedophile working with kids. A pedophile. Look at how he looks. Like a pedophile.
I look
faggot.
good, but
Faggot with a little dick. Faggot with a little dick. Because white men got little dicks. Y'all all got little dicks. Yeah.
how do you think
You a
this
little
turns
dick.
out?
You
How
a
do you?
little dick. You're a faggot. You probably take it as a food note. Mind your business. I'm gonna talk to you like you're a piece of shit.
Does it look like
You're
it
a
bothers
faggot.
me?
Yeah, because you're still in my fucking face.
I am not in your face. I ain't approached you in any way. You have taken.
I don't give a fuck. That's not your business.
You become
I
aggressive
don't
at
give.
these
I can do
people.
whatever the fuck I want.
You don't get to
When
do whatever
somebody
you
fucks
want.
with my food, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Miss.
You mind your fucking business. It's the fuck. That's what you want.
Yo, I got in fatigue, man. I got in fatigue. I got in fatigue.
Bitch ass niggas might as well have pussies, right?
Can you please get up? I'm just trying to get. Let me roll the weed. I gotta do something.
Fuck out of here.
No. What? No. Larry Hoover Gray.
Shut your big cat ass.
You never just kiss me. Is you cool?
Are you cool?
Don't ever in your life
Don't tell me
make
you'll
that
never mind
decision
my shit.
again.
You be eating ass. Fuck out of here.
Lord have mercy.
Just fuck out of here. Like, stop fucking playing with me.
Are you Andy?
Yeah.
Is this yours? Did you write this stuff?
My girlfriend Jill found your speed dating card.
Oh, yeah, right. God, I've been looking for that speed dating card. Thank you so much for bringing it to me.
So you actually wrote that one girl looked like she was hurting for a squirtin'?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hurting for a squirtin'. I wrote that.
Oh, so you wrote hoe for show.
Yeah, I remember that girl. She was a hoe. For show.
You are never going to meet anybody with that kind of mentality about women, you sick son of a bitch.
Who the fuck are you to put me on trial? I've never even met you. So why don't you back the shit off, all right? And stop with the inquisition.
That's how you talk?
You know what? I don't have to answer to you. You ain't my bitch. Know what I'm saying? So shit, man. Fuck it.
You shouldn't even be hanging out with this pervert.
I don't hang out with him. I work with him, and that's it. I tried to introduce him to a few nice people. He made a fool of himself. I don't mess with him, baby. That's not me.
You should keep your hoe on a leash.
Oh, bro, I can't let you.
Hey.
Can't let you be talking to my woman like that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch is running wild, man.
Yo, man. Oh God. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's check in on the GoFundMe, man. Let's check in on the GoFundMe, man. Let's see where she at, man. Let's check in on the GoFundMe. Let's see where she at. Where she at? Shiloh. Oh, where is she? Here she go. Yeah. So last time I checked, it was 563. Let's see how much she got now, man. 589,116. And he's the free speech advocate has disabled the comment section, man. The free speech advocate, man. He disabled the comment section, man. Damn, they giving 50s and 100s. They dropping 50s and 100s on there, man. You think the fact that she looks kind of good? She's not a bad looking chick. You think that got a lot to do with it? She's not a bad looking chick either. You know, she's something nice to poke on. What's up, MILF Mandy? MILF Mandy in the building, man. There you go, MILF Mandy. She got a new picture, man. What do you guys think, man? Who look better, MILF Mandy or Joan of Park, man? Who would you take to Pound Town first? Who would you guys take to Pound Town first? MILF Mandy or Joan of Park, man? Huh? Who would you guys take to Pound Town first? MILF Mandy? One for MILF Mandy, two for Joan of Park, man. Oh shucks. All right, MILF Mandy, man. Seem like the homies would take you to Pound Town, man, over Joan of Park, man. Damn, Joan of Park out here killing it, man. Get that bread. Let's see. Oh yeah, I had saved some stuff that I wanted to show y'all, man. I saved some stuff that I wanted to show y'all, man. Let's see. That Negro fatigue that hit me, man. I got Negro fatigue, man.
White man, despicable, 4 African Americans beating and tormenting a mentally disabled white man, despicable and terrible. Parts of the attack in Chicago were shown live on Facebook, and today the 4 suspects were charged with hate crimes. Dean Reynolds has the latest, and we do caution you. The video is quite disturbing.
Kiss the floor. The 18-year-old victim, described as mentally challenged, had been missing for 2 days when he turned up Tuesday on Facebook and in trouble. Forced to drink from a toilet. He's also seen being kicked, choked, cut, and cursed. All of it streamed live on Facebook.
Put a whole patch out of boy. Smack his Smack his again.
Officials said the victim's alleged tormentors, 2 women and 2 men, were actually texting the teenager's parents during the 5-hour incident, suggesting a possible extortion attempt.
Say I love black people. I love black people.
Ultimately, the victim was rescued by officers who found him after he'd escaped, wandering the neighborhood bloody and incoherent. At about the same time, police responding to a disturbance call arrested 4 people at the apartment and quickly linked them to the Facebook video.
My little sister said it's not funny. Hey, tell Donald Trump that's not funny.
The victim is white and the suspects are African American. 3 are 18 and 1 is 24. And now they all face charges for hate crimes, as well as kidnapping, battery, and other offenses.
Go!
As the beating streamed live on Tuesday, social media commentary poured in. "Y'all can't be this stupid," said one post. "Going to jail and 1 day to hell," said another. In fact, the suspects now face the possibility of decades behind bars, Josh, while the victim has quickly linked them.
Whatever happened with this case, Wicked, do you know?
No, I don't. But as slow as that glider looks, he probably got a higher IQ than all 4 of them.
Wow. Man, the demons. I wonder what I really do wonder what happened with this case, man. Let me see if they got it in the comment section, man. Okay, here we go. Can you believe this is all they got for that? Where's the justice? Here's a summary of their sentences. Jordan Hill, considered the ringleader, received an 8-year prison sentence. Tess Faye Cooper was sentenced to 7 years in prison. Tanisha Covington received a 3-year prison sentence, and Brittany Covington was sentenced to 4 years of probation and 200 hours of community service.
You know what, man? All things considered, that's not too bad.
Right. At least they got convicted. That's true.
And they got some time because, again, man, this is in Kansas County, right? Lawless land. It's a lawless land over here, Jack.
Damn. Jeez. So the dude's got 7 and 8 years, and the sister's got 3 years, and one got probation. Jeez.
I just hope that glider learned his lesson. You know, what's it called? The one guy with the glasses? The bald guy with the glasses, the stairway guy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
You talking about the one from DC? John Glenn, whatever his name?
The one white boy that said stay away from black people?
Oh, you talking about Scott Adams.
Yeah, I just hope that glider learned the Scott Adams lesson for the day.
I'm telling you, man.
I mean, look, if you want to hang out with like a sun man that likes, like, you know, there's sun men that really like the Chinese cartoons, like Dragon Ball Z. If you want to hang out with one of those nerds, sun man, hey, I feel you. But you're gonna hang out with folks in there with the vice lords, you script.
Yeah, they're not good, not really good people, man. Who's this? Spaceman West, who are you? Spaceman West?
What's up, man? I was here yesterday.
Oh, he's the
Oh,
guy
that's
from the
you. Okay.
Nationals, the Puerto Rican glider.
Okay.
Puerto
Oh yeah.
Rican glider. Hey, man, my
Hey,
ancestors colonized Puerto Rico. We're not like those,
The
those island
Tainos.
dwellers. Yeah.
He's Jewish. He's Jewish, man. Go ahead and admit it, man. You're a
He's a
Jew, man.
psyop.
Every Nazi's a Jew, apparently,
Yeah, man. Shout out to not Jimmy Stewart. He said asleep. Man, I got in fatigue, man. Give me a break, man. If I fall asleep, man, it's in fatigue. No one on this planet got more in fatigue than me, man. Press 1.
Yeah,
I
as
get a
much
break,
as
man.
yeah,
I
as
thought
much as
some people
cover
were
it.
immune.
Nah, I got in fatigue, man.
That's fair. As much as you cover it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. I got in fatigue, man. Let's see.
As a matter of fact, support the channel.
Look at this, man. Look at that, man. God damn. Jeez. Woo.
That's crazy. This looks to me like the fisherman drew it.
Damn.
Fisherman would sick the sun man on the woman.
Wow. Wow. That's a rough one right there, man. God
I'm
damn.
kidding.
I don't know. But let's see. So this sister, I think her EBT card declined. That's usually what, like, from my research throughout the years, usually that's the reason that this stuff happens.
Yeah.
Their card declines. They don't have enough funds in their account, so then they destroy the store.
Got it all on recording. You got anger issues. You need help. I'm calling the cops.
See, me, man, I wouldn't look like, you gotta clean that shit up. You know how fucking long it take to clean that shit up at the end of the night?
Think about it, you're already having a long day, right? Your girl at the crib fucking getting on your last nerve. Now you gotta deal with this? Nah, not today, sister.
And I'm talking about you tired and you ready to get off. And now you can't get off until like 6 o'clock in the morning because y'all gotta clean all this shit up. Cause fuck that.
Imagine it's close to closing
And
time.
then look,
and
you
just see them
gotta
come in.
mark down each item that she destroyed, right? You can't just throw it away. You gotta mark it down in the system, in the computer, log it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta, cause shrink and all that shit. You can't just throw all the shit away and go home. There's a lot of shit you gotta do before you're gonna get out of there in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that she got that kid in her room. Disgusting.
Look at her little
her broodly.
Her little 5-year-old.
Pick a ninny.
Where's Shiloh at when you need her?
I'm calling.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. Like, what chance does that kid have, man? His chances are not looking good with that queen. Like that girl will fix her face to say some nonsense like I need a high value man, or I need a man with, like, shut up, sister.
Right. Salute to my man Rax Green, man. Rax Green in the building. Yeah, man.
What's up, Ock?
What's cracking, man?
Bro, that had to be a record, bro. You snoozed out 42 minutes, bro.
As you said, I was out for 42 minutes.
Nah, you snoozed out at 42 minutes, bro.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, damn, I don't think that long. Shit.
That gotta be a record, my man. I just logged in, bro. I logged in, bro, and I heard you snoring.
Yo, Mac is timing you, man.
That's crazy.
Mac is keeping track.
The other day I watched the replay when I was asleep. I slept like the last hour and a half of the show. I was like, God damn. I was like, shit, man. I was mad, man. I was upset, man. I was like, fuck. I get
I'm telling
upset
you.
when I fall asleep, man. I'm not happy about that, man.
Yo, it was all downhill when you got that new chair. You know that old creaking chair you didn't ever KO once.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's basically I gotta watch my diet, man. Like I think I just gotta stop eating so much, sugar and stuff like that, and just that's why I'm drinking a lot more water now and stop eating so late. Because when I eat late, it's still kind of like how it is.
Yeah, yeah. Do
Yeah,
some
make
physical
time.
movements, like,
Yeah,
get that stomach to the ground, get up, touch the sky,
yeah.
bang, rinse,
I
repeat.
Yeah, I took a walk today. I really do want to start getting some exercises. My life isn't conducive to a lot of exercise because of
Yeah,
kids. But I do want to start doing some exercises and getting getting back healthy like I used to because I think a lot of this is like just health, man. Bad health and shit. Falling asleep like that all the time. It's
right, for
precursor.
sure.
Yeah, I gotta get my health together, man. And blah, take it seriously, man.
I
Um,
remember I remember years ago, somebody made a comment and I never forgot it. You were spitting some like knowledge, right? And somebody said we gotta protect that at all costs. Because you were spitting some fire, right? Keeping it real. And I was like, damn, that's true. We gotta protect that, man. You know how the CIA be doing the brothers.
That's true. They got the heart attack gun and shit, right?
They got them snipers on the rooftops.
yeah,
R.I.P.
hold it
Fred
down.
Hampton.
Hold
They
it
got
down. I'll
that
be
falling
right back.
asleep gun.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, so space guy, like what is your impression of Ignatius so far? Or what have your friends that you've shown the channel to? What is their response?
Well, so I fucking love it, right? Oh shit. Hang on. Baby in the house.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm a big fan of it, but I sent it to my friends and they don't like some people. So they can't, they're like, I don't know, this Ebonic shit.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah.
but he's covering lots of shit that nobody does, you know? Um and it's important, man. It's
It is
important
important.
shit.
I
Because it's
agree.
like it's just day after day after day after day of the same shit. And even people
Yeah.
who are in the know don't know how bad it is.
They don't know. No, they don't know.
Like it's way worse than you think.
It's
And Hawk
worse than you
Nation's the
think,
only
yeah.
place that shows that.
And you know what, space guy? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's worse than you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like coming at you or anything, but it's worse than even you think, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sure if you're familiar with me, right? And what I do, but just know it's worse than even you think. Um,
Right, right.
so do
So
you
how
think?
bad is it, Wicked?
Look, bro, it's bad. Hey, space guy. So, what do you think is the solution?
Uh um and it involves, the juice crew, and I can't really go further, talking about it.
Well, hold up, time out. It involves. So you're saying like getting rid of the juice crew?
What was that?
Are you saying like getting rid of the juice crew?
I'll just say we got to deal with that problem. And once we deal with that problem, pretty much everything else will kind of fall into line. Like,
Mm,
like,
yeah.
like, like the way I look
I'm
at
sorry, I
some
gotta
men
push
is,
back against that, man. I'm
yeah,
not
go for it.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta push back against that. I mean, I'm not pro juice crew. I'm not. I understand that they pull a lot of strings behind the scenes and all that stuff. But at a certain point in time, you have to look at a problem for what it is. You have to blame the problem itself, not
My
everything
man.
around it.
My man. You heard that, space guy?
No, I hear
I
you,
mean, it's
but the
just the same
problem is the
excuse. It's
propaganda,
the same
dude.
excuse like when they said, now, I'll give you an example, man. Like a big example, what they like to say is how the FBI or the CIA they put crack in Harlem and blase blase, right? All right,
Guns in the black
yeah. Let's say that is
neighborhoods.
true. Yeah. Okay, let's say
Or
that's
like
true.
liquor
Let's say they put
stores,
guns in the
right?
black neighborhoods.
And liquor
They put
stores.
they put guns in the black neighborhoods, liquor stores, all that shit, bro. That doesn't make you have to. First of all, tell me the neighborhood that they're dropping all guns in, because I need some more shit. Anyway, but
Right. Let me get
but I'm
some.
just saying, tell, where is that neighborhood at? Because I will be there. I will be there, posted up, waiting for that damn gun shipment. Anyway, but it doesn't make me have to pick that gun up and use it against my brother. You know, it doesn't make me
Right.
just because there's crack in my neighborhood doesn't make me pick up, you know, a spoon and a lighter
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. For
You
sure.
know,
I'm
so at
with
a
you.
certain point we have to address the problem itself.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, Angel, long time no see. Hit the link, Angel. I'm sure everyone would love to see how you're doing. But nah,
No,
I'm with Mac. I'm with Mac on that.
yeah, no,
But
I
I
know,
but I
I
but
hear you
'cause me and
guys,
Mac
but
understand what you mean. We always understand the juice crew problem. We're not. That's a given, right? But
I think that the main problem is it's the propaganda machine, dude. Like it's just hammering on people, white people specifically, nonstop to hate themselves and to think a certain way about white relations and son relations, dude. So it's like we can't really address that because they don't even know the truth. You know what I mean? And when it's staring them in
yeah,
the face, the fucking propaganda kicks in. It's insane.
yeah. It's. I mean, the propaganda is incredible. Those people are brilliant at mass communications.
It's amazing, dude. You got to give it to them. Like
You got to give
it's
it to them. At the end of
it's
the day, I mean,
fucking
don't get me.
crazy, dude.
They're good at mass communications, dude. For one.
They're
well, what's
master
happening right now?
infiltrators and
Yeah. So
manipulators.
what do you guys think they're? I mean, I know we don't like turning this into a whole juice crew thing, but like just quickly, like, what do you guys think the juice crew's like end goal is here with all this shit?
I
To
think the
gather an
fisherman.
army.
I think the fisherman was saying that, like, simply put, subjugate everybody else, right? Subjugate the Gentiles into a subclass that worships them, right?
Hmm.
In a dystopia, while they're in their land away from
Yeah.
it. From what I
Right
understand.
now, though, right now, I think they're in survival mode, man, because all the quote unquote anti-Semitism that's going on right now, like the left even hates Jews.
Do you
Left
think
hates
they're
Jews.
letting that happen? Because it's like all of a sudden people are allowed to
Nah,
talk about this shit.
things happen. Like they've been kicked out of 91 countries. So you saying they kicked themselves out of the other 191 countries?
No,
Like, I mean, like yo, like yeah, everything can't be a conspiracy with you,
yeah,
you white.
yeah, yeah.
That's like, everything's a conspiracy. Like, like yo, they just like it's happening again. You ever see that meme? It's happening. Like it's happening again for the 192nd time. But
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to survive.
But why do you
One
think
of the
they're
things
like?
that we're seeing, one of the issues that we're seeing in the streets right now, though, especially with the Sun community, victimizing um, the glider community, is that lack of fear. It's a lack of fear. They claim that we're supposed to be afraid of white people, that we're being hunted in the streets and whatnot. There was never a time where that was true, but I think there
Never.
was a time. I still think there was a time where we at least respected white boundaries, not to the point to where we would go out and victimize you just off of GP. I use an
Right.
example. Great movie. Great movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Hateful Eight. Great movie. There was a scene in Hateful Eight. They were in a carriage, and it was Samuel L. Jackson, Walt Goggins' character, and who's the other guy? Kurt Russell. And basically, Walt Goggins, he was like, when niggas is scared, white people are safe. I almost stood up in the theater and clapped because that is the truth. When niggas is scared, white people are safe. And when niggas are not
Tarantino
scared, huh?
dropping some truth.
That was a great movie, man. Oh God, I love that fucking movie. If you ain't seen it, watch it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
The fisherman's in the back.
Oh wow. Shout out to Christy Webster, man. The Michael Babe Ruth Jordan, aka the GOAT, man. She say, stay healthy, we need you. Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Definitely, guys. Stay healthy. I'm gonna I'm gonna start an exercise routine tomorrow, man. I seen this chair thing where you can just sit in your chair and do leg ups and chin and all this stuff. You don't have to. This for people that don't have like home gyms and stuff. So I'm gonna start getting more active, man. Getting my blood flowing. Because yeah, this getting tired stuff is definitely something
But
wrong
but I
with me.
but I mean, to be fair to you as well, I mean, you're going to bed late, you're getting up early, you running
Yeah,
after
it's
kids.
definitely
It's
all that.
tiring, right?
Yeah, all that, definitely all that, and then eating garbage, eating late, going to sleep with all that food on your stomach, getting big. You know what I'm saying? And da da da. But yeah, it's a fisherman here, man. I know fishermen didn't pop up to talk about my health, man. What's happening, man?
I'm gonna have to load up on the caffeine in the morning if I get up and go turkey hunting. I know that.
So what's going on, man? Are you
Fisherman pretends that they're Juice Crews as he shoots those turkeys. Am I
tell me
wrong?
this, fisherman. What's worse? What do you have worse right now? N fatigue or J fatigue?
Probably in fatigue.
Wow.
They're really in your face with it.
I would have never guessed that, Fisherman.
You
Hold
can
on, was that
have.
fisherman? Is that fisherman who said it or KB who said that?
No,
I
that was
said
Fisherman.
that.
But can you
Oh,
elaborate,
okay.
Fisherman? I'm surprised you
No,
said
fisherman.
that.
Hold on, fisherman didn't say that. That was KB.
No, it was
What
Fisherman.
what do you have worse, in fatigue or J fatigue, fisherman?
In fatigue.
Oh, you said that was you. Okay. In fatigue.
Can you elaborate,
Yeah, I mean,
Fisherman?
you can have like a first world standard of living with Juice Crew. Like Juice Crew can't innovate and all that. They just hate everybody else so much they can't help themselves. Sons, you can't have anything.
I don't know, man. I kind of look
We
at
can't have nice
Juice Crew
things.
like lions. You can't get mad at lions for eating deer. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Juice
but you
Crew, they're
can't
like,
let them. You can't let them run around in your town either.
well, I know I get that, yeah, definitely. But like Juice Crew, they're
Lions.
just it's like way more like it's like insidious. You know what I mean? Whereas Juice Crew, they're just acting on impulse. You know?
No.
Well, the Suns too. The Suns are acting
Yeah,
on
the
impulse too,
Suns
though.
are definitely the impulsive ones.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
I
he
must have misspoke.
misspoke when he said that.
3 Monaco's deep, boys.
Salute.
But wait, so who are the Lions? The Suns or the Juice Crew?
I'm saying the
Who are the
lions, like
Lions?
they're just acting on animal instinct. Like that's
But
just how
who
they
is it? The
are.
Suns or the
You know what I
Juice?
mean?
Who's
The the sons.
Yeah, I will go more with like a hyena if I
Well,
was
there you
you.
go. I mean, I'm not trying to say they're magnificent or nothing.
The jackal.
Yeah. Well, they're like
A
coyotes or some
tapeworm.
shit. A tapeworm.
A chimpanzee.
There you go.
Hey, Ock, bro, you think 100 dudes can beat a gorilla?
No.
Really?
100 sun dudes?
I think if you if it would take a hundred regiment, like 100 dudes that have a game plan and are ready to die. Because if you just take 100 random guys, as soon as that gorilla starts punching dudes and knocking their faces like inside out, it's gonna be hard to keep attacking, one after another. Is it in a closed environment? Is it like in a big caged,
In the
like a football
wilderness.
field, a football stadium? Like if you put it in a football stadium, put a cage around the football field, and put
Oh,
100
done.
dudes in there, and one gorilla, just regular guys, not bodybuilders, not soldiers, not green berets. I think I think the gorilla would definitely he would get tired, but I think he would definitely beat kill at least half of them. And then I also think that if you're talking about like seeing people get their heads knocked off, seeing people bones poking through their skin and still running up on that thing that's doing that. That's why it's a flawed concept. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a flawed thing.
Fuck that. I can take a gorilla.
Human
I think it
beings
would
don't
be
do
fair
that.
though, if we're being fair, the men will win because they will create weapons. But I know that they're saying hand
No, they
combat.
talking about hands. They
And
talking about. They
but if
talking.
we're
Yeah,
being fair though, if we're being fair, man, they will create weapons. They will create like
yeah,
sharp knives and
yeah.
whatnot,
But if
stones,
they're just talking
hand to
about
hand.
like hand to hand combat, because you got to remember, a gorilla can bench press 18,000 pounds.
Damn.
I mean, how do you can't even
But
choke
that's
a
the
I mean,
thing.
gorilla?
1,800, 18,
That,
not 18,000. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I was about to
1,800.
call
that's
bullshit
just
on that.
You can't even
1,800,
choke
1,800,
that's how much we.
a man
That's the thing.
cannot
That's how
choke a
much we
gorilla.
know. We don't know how strong they are. Like for real, we
Yeah,
can't just be like, "Hey, gorilla, lift as much as you can until failure." You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like we
right.
but
don't know how
but
fucking strong they are.
their grip strength too, like their grip strength is and also their
Their
speed, like
jaw, their
that.
jaw.
Oh yeah, their bite force and their speed too. Like I think people don't understand how fast they are. Like they are fucking
Yeah. Oh,
fast as
100%.
shit.
I
And you
think
can't even
without
choke them.
tools, I don't think the humans would win. I
No.
think the gorilla
How
would
do
just
you
murder everybody.
you can't even choke it. Like how would you even suffocate it? You couldn't.
Nah, you just have to hit it enough times. But see, also too, like the way they're shaped with their thing, you would have to hit. You can't hit it enough times to hurt it, like because like you said, you can't choke it. You can't really like punch it because it doesn't feel pain like that. But you know what? You know who hunts them? Jaguars. Jaguars eat well,
Oh really?
dozens.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
could blind it.
Jaguars
Wow.
eat dozens of gorillas a year, man. They
Wow.
the gorillas fear jaguars. That's their natural predator. Um yeah, so I think a big cat like that being the only thing that could really eat it, it tells you like that like yeah, man don't want nothing with it.
See, this is a beautiful analogy for gliders and the Juice Crew. Juice Crew are their natural enemy, dude. They're the hunters, the only thing that could really get to gliders. And that's all I'll
Mm,
say on that.
Well, they're really everybody's enemy. They're not
Well,
an
of
ally of
course.
anybody.
But like, if gliders are the top of the food chain, Juice Crew, they're the only ones who could really fuck with them, you know?
mm, Oh yeah, here you go. Let's see this one. This guy right here, Starbucks. You talk about Starbucks a lot, right? Starbucks, man.
Fuck this job too, man. Fuck all this shit, bro. Nah, fuck all this shit. Fuck this shit.
Is he doing this for the camera?
Fuck all. Fuck this home, bro. Fuck this job too, man. Fuck all this shit, bro. Nah, fuck all this shit. Fuck this shit.
Where are they at? They're still wearing masks.
No, I don't know. You said the wearing man. Oh yeah, this. I don't know. That might have been an old video. The face of God damn. That I remember that Indian woman. That Indian woman lost everything. She was a banker. She lost everything.
She was cute though.
For a street shitter, I guess.
Oh shit, man! She lost everything. This white woman, she gained the whole world. See, things are turning, man. Let's see this sister.
The
Oh,
world
this
is healing.
mulatto. She's a mulatto. You can tell she's a mulatto because she's about to go extra hard on white people.
So you know about that Shiloh bitch, right? She was able to raise nearly $500,000 at the time that I'm recording this anyway, nearly $500,000. I probably made it worse for myself. By going to the actual page and looking up what people were the comments that they were leaving when they were donating to her.
Yeah, bro, we should do that too.
I did that. He cut the comment section off.
Oh shit.
The founder of Go Give and Go. He cut him off for the Carmelo Anthony one too, because he had to. It would have looked hypocritical.
Yeah.
So
Yo,
this went. Go ahead.
I want to read this comment to you real quick from Dana. It says, "And fatigue forced me to quit my job and move over an hour away." Think about that. Think about that, Chief.
Yeah, I mean, it can. I mean, shit. In fatigue makes black people who talk shit about white people 24/7, 365, move in all white neighborhoods as soon as they get two nickels to rub together. Salute to this is, it says these aren't even bad comments. Like she said, the one says never relax around blacks. White guilt is over. This is our world. And you are a hero, Shiloh. Never apologize. You did nothing wrong. 14 words. These aren't the worst of the comments. I've seen way worse comments on this site, man.
I don't know about the hero thing, but you shouldn't relax around blacks. That's just good advice.
Yeah, this mulatto wouldn't relax around blacks.
They're not calling to organized militias to take out gliders or sons?
No, I haven't seen anything that out there, but yeah, I've seen way more worse comments than that though. Like she's fine too. She's a nice looking joint, man. Look, man, you just enjoy being the queen of the black race, man. You know, like she's miserable. This woman, she could get a ball player. She could bag up some dude making $1 million, a doctor, a black doctor. Most rich black dudes, women look like her, and she's miserable about some shit that means absolutely nothing in the whole scheme of things. And she's probably upset if some goddamn fucking dumbass fucking piece of shit sun turd gets killed by a cop. And you know what I'm saying? And she should be living, she should be walking on sunshine. She should be living on Easy Street. You fucking mulatto. Look at your hair. Look at your skin. You the queen of Blackistan, man. Be happy, bitch.
To her. To interject here, look at this one. Search this. Stay informed. Look at
what's
they're
14
saying.
words? What's 14 words?
We must secure an existence for our people and a future for white children. That's what's so horrible.
Yeah, no.
Can't have that.
Nah, hell nah. This dude donated $1,022.
Yesterday you read the 14 words, which was kind of funny. I was thinking about clipping it.
Oh wow. Yeah, we should do that, man. Michael says, how much rum could a Sunman chug if a Sunman could chug sand? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Michael probably doesn't even know.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for the donation, Michael, man. Some men don't even drink rum either, man. Rum and Coke, like when I order that, the bartender looks at me like I'm crazy.
Look at this one. Search this. Stay informed. Look at what they're saying. There's a reason why some of them remain anonymous. Also, you're just going to have to get over this. Get over it.
Wow.
Yo, story time though about that anonymous thing. We actually had a guy in the police department. He was a lieutenant on the police department, and he made a donation to Kyle Rittenhouse And I don't know how the fuck they found this shit out, but they were able to trace his donation. And where he fucked up was he did it when he was on the department computer. So he ended up getting fired for that shit, bro.
For donating the Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yes, sir. He ended up getting fired for that shit.
Yeah.
This was it was during the Rittenhouse trial, obviously, but yeah, that shit was in the news and everything. It was in Norfolk.
Damn.
Why
That's
would he doing the
crazy.
work computer? Though? I mean, that's kind of stupid.
I
Or
mean,
do
I,
any?
I mean per se, and that's originally how they that's eventually how they got him. Yes, because he did it on.
Yeah.
But I mean, you work at, bro. If you work somewhere, bro, yeah, you gonna do personal shit on your computer from time to
All the
time.
time.
I
All
mean,
the time.
but should you though? But
But
should you?
you don't think it's gonna be a fucking FBI investigation into a fucking donation? Like, yeah, no one thinks that it's gonna be that deep.
Yeah.
They
Look,
go.
word of advice to the Ag Nation: don't do shit on your work computer. Nothing.
It was a
This
bad
one,
decision. Let's just say that.
this one says, her GoFundMe is to move away from neighbors who make a ton of noise. This person says, I need to move out of where I am currently living. My cat needs a $1,000 medical procedure, and then I need to move out of this country for obvious reasons. I need to leave not only because it's toxic environment, but also because I have horrible neighbors and live in one of the top 3 most dangerous cities in New England. I saw a shooting right outside my window. My neighbors have 7 children and a ton of noise complaints against them. Landlord has said she's been working on evicting them because they make the apartment shake and have caused destruction to the property. Oh yeah.
Tell me you live in the stand without telling me you live in the stand.
Oh yeah. Wow, man. Raise your hand if you. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Oh shit. So yeah, this has been brewing for a while though, man. Like Suns really overplayed their hand, man. I mean, um, so it says neo racism. Oh, this is probably a word we're going to hear a lot of soon. Neo racism. Unpacking anti white racism in 2015. It's clear that anti white racism is a new or revised form. It's called it neo racism, distinct from historical racism, but just as pervasive. See, neo racism. I think I like anti white racism better than
Yeah,
neo
that has more of a
racism.
ring to it.
What gets me is
Yeah.
the fact that Suns, we can't put two and two together. They don't understand that the reason that woman has $500,000 is because y'all gave this dude $500,000 for stabbing that white kid. If that had not happened, we would not be having this conversation.
Yeah, they never learn anything, even if it smacks them in the face.
That
But
is in direct
remember,
response. That is in direct
remember,
response to Carmelo Anthony.
yeah, definitely, without a doubt. They don't understand that anytime. Like we discuss that all the time, man. It's cause and effect, chain of events. They just can't get it.
Dude, they're so annoying that they gave this woman hundreds of thousands of dollars because she insulted them. Like, think about that for a minute. You
Because
had the
she said
balls to
something that
insult
all
them.
she said something that all of them motherfuckers wanted to say. At
Yeah,
some point in time, all of them motherfuckers wanted to do exactly what she did.
yeah. Hey,
And and
Pantheon's
she
in the
stood on
chat.
it. Okay, and she stood on it. That
And
was
she
the
stood
thing.
on business.
I think that's why they gave her the money because she stood on it. Salute to Savrix, man. Savrix says, from the flood of the world from antiquity, I guess something went wrong in the past with these profane organisms that dispersed around the world and eventually led to a total reset of all cultures. It was the profane
Facts.
organisms. It's sons the profane organisms he's talking about? Or
Sounds like it's sons.
okay. We reset all cultures. Goddamn, I don't know about that. I don't think we reset all cultures. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about that last part.
the world like ever since we came out of our our little fucking cage because we was caged in from the Sahara Desert and then the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. So we was caged in for all that time. Ever since we like got out, the world has actually gotten a lot better. You got like everything, electricity and shit like that. And even though we didn't have nothing to do with those directly,
Yeah, you correlating? Are you correlating the suns being out in the world to
I mean, it
advancement?
can't listen. It could be a coincidence, but since we got out of our cage, look,
I feel like you're fucking with us.
I
It's
mean,
all
but
been in
it's true.
spite of your best efforts to let it not happen.
Right. I would say this
It
in
has
spite of
nothing to do with
suns.
suns.
That's like when people say when it's hot out, when it's hot summer, people eat more ice cream. I mean,
But could it be that we challenge our
Nope.
presence, our
Nope.
presence,
Not even a
our
little bit.
presence,
that's
No,
our
your presence contributed nothing but made everything worse. End of movie.
so you're saying that the sun's creating a tough
Ark, make
environment.
your argument.
I'm trying to go ahead, go ahead.
Are you saying that the sun's creating a tough environment forced the others to rise above it?
I think that like throwing us into the mix, like once you have us right, you have this slave force that everybody's trying to get a piece of, right? Like, yo, these motherfuckers is perfect for slaves. They're backwards. They're easily conquered. They don't have a lot of technology, so you can just easily conquer them and subdue them and subject them. Um, and they don't have any value for human life, so they won't. It'll be easy to cooperate with their leaders to subject them as well. Um, let's find some land to go put these people to work at. Oh, okay, so we found this land. Let's bring them over here and have them work it for free. And then now we have time. Now we that builds wealth. And now we have time to think about other things. With all this time, now you have the Renaissance age. Now you have the Enlightenment age because white people have and had time to think about things because they had a black labor force creating massive wealth for them.
But they were
And
enslaving
then
gliders too, though.
hold on. And then yeah, I got you. But what I'm saying is like on all these places where like these sugar plantations, these tobacco plantations, and these tropical climates where the white man wasn't that previously. I'm not talking about like the Slavic slave trade and shit like that. I'm talking about in these tropical climates where you could grow sugar and all these new crops and shit that create real wealth. Sugar, I don't think you understand how much sugar and gold and shit like that created so much wealth for those European nations. And now they have time. They have the aristocratic class has time to sit back and think of things, and conjure up things, and write the Constitution and the Treaty of Versailles and all this shit because they don't have to worry about fucking eating and how they're going to survive the next winter. So I mean, we did have some kind of like
Yeah.
effect on it.
You know what? Something tells me, Ag, that sons were not very good slaves. I don't know. Call me crazy.
I'm not buying that at all.
That's the kind
Well,
of shit where I'm like, we do kind of owe the American, like George Lincoln Rockwell used to say, we kind of owe the blacks their own area in America. Like they are a part of this experience. It's not like the European nations. But we should still
Yeah,
be
that's a terrible
separate.
idea, and it's
They should
fucking
be,
stupid.
well, give
They
them their
already
own
have it.
space away from us.
They
Yeah,
have a continent. Let them have the continent.
give them Guantanamo Bay. How about that? Is that fair?
No.
That works for me as long as they're away from my family.
What to do?
What's happening?
Oh man, no, I'm enjoying this. See, this is one of the reasons why I wasn't against Give, Send, Go, because it needs to work both ways, and this is a perfect example.
Yeah, but as soon as the white people, 2 days into the white campaign, he disabled the comment section. The Carmelo's been up for a month, and he's just been letting those black people talk. I mean,
okay, that part, yeah. Yeah, there should be some regulation, but it's got to be on both sides. There should be some.
Yeah, but I mean,
but one thing
we
they
shouldn't
can't
be
control,
comparing freedom of speech to just murder as cases.
yeah.
I would say again, yelling. What is it? Yelling fire in a crowded theater. I do think that should still be included. I guess some people would say. I guess that would be equivalent to calling. What is it? Crying wolf. There should be some punishment on that, or at least something.
Yeah, you can't threaten people's lives, and you can't do that.
That white woman didn't threaten anybody. She didn't threaten anybody, and we didn't hear her call the kid the N word on the. The only person she called the N word was the guy who was begging her to call her the N word. Like he was like, "Yo, say it again, say it again, say it." She's like, "Okay, well, fuck you then."
Yeah,
Nigga.
She stood 10 toes down. I gotta respect that.
It wasn't like she caused anybody any harm. You know what I mean? But okay, so yeah, that was savage shit. Let me see. Boy Kachina says Liberian prison volunteers scared straight. Yeah, Liberia is a fucking shithole. All black countries are shitholes. No, that's the thing that no. Ain't none of that shit.
Man, I still want to visit. I still want to visit parts of Africa. I wouldn't say all.
All right, man.
Where are you gonna stay? You gonna stay in a resort, or you gonna go walk around?
So I'm looking to visit Cape Town someday. Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up. That's a white.
Thank you, Uncle.
Hire a contingent of armed guards.
Yeah, this motherfucker.
Take this
trolling.
shit.
He trolling. Let me put this video.
Thank you, Uncle. I appreciate this shit. All the fucking hard work. 20 years of fucking working. This is what y'all gave me. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Shit is just great, man. Worked so fucking hard to build this shit. So many fucking late nights, early mornings for this. For this punk ass shit right here. Coward ass, bitch ass shit right here. Thank you. Thank you so fucking much, Oakland. I appreciate that shit, bro.
Doesn't surprise
all
me.
you
It's
niggas
Oakland.
with this punk ass, phony ass, dumb ass beef shit y'all got going on, man. I appreciate y'all, bro. Y'all brought that punk ass shit to a fucking restaurant, the only black owned fine dining restaurant that we have. Thank you. Thank you. I give up. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, man. Niggas will destroy your shit, man.
Hey, Hawk, I was a little confused earlier. Did you say that they removed her GoFundMe, or what was the deal with that?
No, they moved the comment section. You can't comment.
That's all it
anymore.
was? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This almost reminds me of it's similar to Kitchen's Nightmare, but it's like a bar version. And Marshawn Lynch owned a bar and grill, and he was going through some buffoonery with his family members that were working there. Like they were being lazy, ruining his business. And it kind of reminded me of it because, again, it took place in Oakland.
What's up, Pantheon? How you doing, man?
I'm not bad. How are you?
Morning.
What is worse? Your N fatigue or your J fatigue?
Oh.
They really go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Can't have one without the other.
Really? I mean,
Absolutely, we could deal with some men, no problem, if
No,
we
but I
can talk
mean,
about it.
Jews have been around even when sons were in their cage, man. Even when sons were below the sub-Saharan, below
And
the
we dealt
Saharan
with
desert.
them accordingly.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying you
Jews
have
still
like,
try to ruin society without sons there.
yeah,
I gotta
exactly.
admit,
That's what he's trying to say.
what's up, Ak? I just gotta
What's
admit that
happening?
fishermen, right? Like, it's going back to the question that I asked before about I asked Pantheon before, who's worse, the sand people
That's freaking
or the
chat.
sun? And I would have to
Well,
say, well, it's along the same lines, and I'm gonna have to say the Juice Crew is worse. And I got J for T
based.
because without the Juice Crew, none of this would have happened. The Juice Crew are more organized. They're more like, and it's like we were talking about before, with that, we were talking about the pro-white protests in Frisco, Texas. Like, a lot of the Black Lives Matter protests, they would not be as big as they were if it wasn't for the Juice Crew. Sons can't organize themselves.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. A
I know,
son
of
man
course.
throwing his whole life away over somebody, like, asking him to move. That's just like acting on impulse. Like the Juice Crew, they're meticulous and vindictive, and it's creepy, dude. Like they're another animal. Some man is just like animal instinct. We could deal with them later.
The Sun Men can be tamed, or they can be controlled or contained, but the Juice Crew, they're the devil.
Well, I think the Juice Crew have intertwined themselves with white culture. So it's they're so immersed that it's a lot harder to separate them from white culture at present. Because anyone who's considered white now, you have to look at their name, you have to look at their facial features, you have to look at their background, and then try and determine if they're Anglo-Saxon or if they're Jewish.
And another thing is, I'm sorry to cut you off, Pantheon, but going off of that, sometimes it's very hard because they'll still have a regular European name,
Yeah,
not like a
they've married into like an Anglo-Saxon family.
yeah, exactly. Like they'll have it on. Their mother will be Jew, and they'll still be Jew. I mean, Juice Crew, but you wouldn't be able to tell. Like they're able to hide themselves.
And also for society reasons, like even the judicial system, which they've changed. Even if you have a black person doing something, the Jewish judicial system, which they've changed so much with Democrat judges and liberal judges, will make that black person get off with a lighter sentence than they should have had.
Speaking of judges, shout out to the FBI for arresting those judges for trying to hide some of those illegals from ICE.
Great segue, buddy.
Like they're segue guys. Shit.
I pulled over to eat some food before my class, and I just got upset because I pulled over into a white neighborhood. It's just so nice, and it just reminds me that everything is about racism. They have so much shade, so much parking. Like, it's the simple shit.
It'll stay that way until you fucking monkeys come and fucking ruin it. See the problem is people think I hate being black. I don't fucking hate being black. I hate being around niggers like y'all. He said, John, you don't have to say that word. No, there's a fucking behavior that's been accepted these days that I don't agree with. It's bullshit. And we shouldn't have to put up with it. And you say, John, oh, you don't mean it. No, I fucking mean it. I do my best to not raise my kids around you people.
I put over to eat some food before my class, and I just got
So she pulls over to eat some food in her car. She's in a white neighborhood because she didn't want to pull over in the black neighborhood because you probably get carjacked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But so
she
she
went
pulls
to get
over.
her food in the white neighborhood in the first place.
Yeah, so everything is surrounded around, like, she knows, and yet she still makes this video and tries to what's it called? Make white people feel bad.
I pulled over to eat some food before my class, and I just got upset because I pulled over into a white neighborhood. It's just so nice, and it just reminds me that everything is about racism. They have so much shade, so much parking. Like, it's the simple shit.
It'll stay that.
Yo, these black women are just awful, man. These liberal black women, they're awful.
Now, here's a real
No,
Now,
I got
here's
a
a real
question. Oh.
Now, let me ask this one question right now to the whole panel. I'm sorry, guys, but this question needs to be asked. What's worse? Like, we're talking about J fatigue versus N fatigue, but what's worse, liberal black women or the hood black women? What do you guys think?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Well, liberal black women.
Liberal.
Tend to be
I
hood
think they are
black
the
women.
worst because they're in a
Do you mean
position.
liberal
of power.
educated?
Yeah.
Or
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, the
because
educated.
the two of them are equal to me.
I
You think
will
people take
say
them
educated sister.
seriously though?
I will say, what is it? Jasmine Crotchet and who's the other one? Sheila Jackson. Is it Sheila Jack? I think they fall into both categories.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the one like that one sitting there in the car, the one where she's like, I'm about to go to class, and well, those women have a lot of white friends. Like their friend group is a lot of white women, whereas the hood rat black chick, like her friends are like almost all black. So it's kind of like they're different. They're the same species. It's kind of like, I guess, how you
Sides
would
of the
have
same
like, yeah, grizzly bear and a polar bear. Like they just grew up in different environments, but they're both bears, but they're very different. Like a polar bear has like blubber to protect for the cold, and grizzly bear. I mean, it's they're the same. They're the same thing. But if 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 you do want to in a public space, like let's put it like this, like if you're in a restaurant, like or at a amusement park or at Chuck E. Cheese or at a grocery store, you would want the liberal white, the liberal black woman that has an education around. You want her around because she's not going to knock everything off the shelf if her EBT card declines, and she's not going to like fight like I'm talking like fight somebody in there and then like call some nigga to come shoot up the place. It's gonna but this one right here, she comes with her own set of challenges. But that hood rat one, she affects you viscerally, like she affects your life. Like your life is on the menu when she's around. The hood rat one, because she will do something that creates violence immediately to your area. Whereas like this one right here, she's not gonna do that.
Hey, Ak, it's funny you mentioned the EBT card. My first job, I worked at a Walmart as a cashier, and like one of my first red pills about blacks was this sun woman tried to buy beer with her EBT card, and I told her she couldn't, so she shook that shit up and opened it in my face, dude. Sprayed it in my
Wow.
face. Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, we're
I
not the
mean,
same, I guess.
yeah, like they just like that's what I'm saying. Like this girl wouldn't have did that. She would have like she'd have just she'd have just like been like, if it was probably walked out thinking like, if I was a white woman, you probably would have sold it to me. You know what I
But
mean?
honestly, they're in a way they're enablers. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like they
definitely. Well, without a doubt. Enabling, yeah, definitely, without a doubt, yeah.
You're talking
Enabling.
about the liberal black women or the
No,
hood?
this black woman, this black woman, gets Shaniqua's votes because
Yes.
Shaniqua don't know who to vote for. Shaniqua don't know none of the policies. She don't know none of the agendas. And this one right here will go around and yeah, like election time and secure Shaniqua's vote. Yeah, but she has yeah.
I hope the women in the chat don't take offense to this, but honestly, I don't think most women actually know about politics until they drop their eggs.
Yeah, it's the same thing until men drop their balls. Like, what's the point?
No, no. We care even at a younger age. Even some of them, I would even say, starting at high school, they care. Because I paid attention to a little bit of it when I was in high school.
And there were no women in your class.
Oh, of course there were women in my class, but I paid attention more so even outside of class. Like I would read. I wouldn't read up on it, but I would like watch TV on it. But at the time, I didn't understand propaganda.
On a college campus, man, there's women involved in fucking politics on campus, the fucking campus politics.
These days, yeah, I would say so. Now,
These days, what do you
I
mean in the
think they've always
60s?
been
The
involved.
60s? The 60s and shit, they weren't involved in politics?
Yeah, they burned their bra.
Fucking
Yeah,
kidding me?
they burned their bra.
Yo, you're like we're gonna have to put you on a poll, man. I'm gonna have to
Pause.
bring the poll back, man. What's this guy's name right here, man?
Please, dude.
What's his name?
You talking about me?
Yeah, what's your
Yeah,
name?
I'm the Art of Will. The Art of Will.
We're gonna put you on a poll.
I'm the old Planador Tigre.
We're gonna put you on a poll, man. Let me see. Where is it? This is how I used to roll back in the day, man. A lot of people don't know that. Back in the day, I used to roll like this, man. Oh, so more people. The poll is up. 77% of people are experiencing their N fatigue more viscerally, intensely than they're experiencing their J fatigue. Okay, so that's good. So we in that poll. Let me see.
You put me on a poll back in the day. Pause.
I put everybody on the poll. Like I don't have no favorites, man. I put everybody on the poll when they first you know what I'm saying.
Pause.
Now you like an OG and shit, but
Skewer them.
You didn't put Brown Sugar and I on a poll, but you did clip our.
No, I got her to quit. I got her to quit a long time ago, and I knew she'd come back because she couldn't stand it.
You talking about Brown Sugar?
Memphis Mommy.
Hey, didn't
Yeah,
Brown
who do
Sugar
you
say
think
she
came
would
up with
beat
that
the shit
name?
out of that white chick
True.
if she was there? So that begs the question: where was that kid's parents? Like, were they
I
around?
asked her, but you know, if
White
you don't
chick.
have children, you can't speak on motherhood.
Smoking crack in the bathroom.
But just going back to, I think liberal women, to be honest, are worse because you as Ag said, you can tell where hood women stand. You can tell their thought process. Liberal women, you can probably start a conversation with them and think you're getting somewhere, and then they'll say things you just like, oh no, you're completely out of it. Because as Ag said, they'll work with white women, but everything they're judging for microaggressions with their white women. You know,
I mean,
they'll
they're
work
both
with white
predictable,
women. At
right?
potluck, they'll be talking about them in the background. Oh, she doesn't have seasoning on her food. Oh my gosh, she does this. Oh my gosh, her hair smells like a wet dog. All sorts.
Yeah. They're jealous. Like, yeah, that woman, the educated one, she's just as jealous of the hair. See, the thing, the hair is just such a, because when you're a woman, beauty is so important, right? And when you have a group of men that love that texture of hair, and none of you have it, whether you're Boone Shikwa or you're fucking nerdy fucking goddamn Aquila or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're fucking none of you have that grain of hair. And
I
you know
think
what I'm saying?
Afro hair can be manipulated to look like anything, but it's more the wash and go aspect. So you can't just wake up and your hair is just
Yeah.
in a ponytail, and obviously the hair grows differently at different lengths, and so it's just more the management and maintenance of
No,
it.
I mean, but that goes without saying, right? Like we all know that. We all know that. But what we're talking about is we're talking about like, yo, I can actually have the real thing. Like I don't have to like, you know what I'm saying, have a fucking Chrysler 300. I can get a fucking Maybach. You know
Shout
what I'm
out to
saying?
Malik.
You know what I'm saying?
Can a glider woman make
Who's
her
got
hair
that
look like
static? Who's got all that
black
static?
woman's?
Somebody got a lot of fucking static in their line when they unmute.
Is it me?
Yeah, that's you, Pantheon, man.
Okay.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Can you Jesus Christ, Pantheon, fucking Jesus. No, but seriously, can you mute yourself or go out and come back in? So you on the poll, Art of Will.
Okay, I'm on the hot seat.
Yeah, you fucking flaming. Your shit is, you should probably get up. That's how hot your seat is. We're gonna see what the people think. We're gonna see what the
Was
people
it my
think.
comment about most women not caring about.
No, no. You been on the hot seat way before that.
Wait, what did I?
That was actually one of your better comments.
Wait a minute. What did I say to get me on the man?
I don't know. You just kind of like annoying,
Just
man.
a series of bad takes.
Yeah, it's annoying. You're like annoying and shit. So it's like it's only but so much that people can take. You brought the poll back. Like I haven't done this in 2 years, right, Fish? How long has it been since I put somebody on the poll?
Oh, the poll is to boot me out of the panel.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It used to be a regular thing.
Yeah, what is it?
Which I think it should be brought back for real.
Well, it's back now because this motherfucker. But we'll see, man. You might survive.
Yeah, we got rid of some real shit bags with the poll.
Oh, yeah, I get it now. It's to okay. So it's to boot me off.
Yeah, it's either boot you off or keep you on, man. Hey, man, it is. We usually let it get to 100 votes. I'll even do you better. I'll you know what? Since this is the first time back, I'll let it get to 200 votes. And then if you lose, we're gonna send you home, and maybe you can come back some other time, but we're gonna send you home tonight, man. If the people ask,
I had to say pause because you said do you better, so I had to say pause on that.
Hey man, yeah man, we're gonna do you real good. You gonna be shit. You gonna fucking come off of this motherfucking poll right here tonight. The way they doing they doing you good, man. You better yikes. Wow. Yeah, man. People are you got 32% that want to give you the boot. That's we'll see how that we'll check back on that in a minute, man. But yeah, you seem to be safe, man. You seem to be safe, man, for now, man. But we'll see what the people think, man. We'll monitor the situation. Let's see. Let me move along.
Someone in the chat said, "Bring back Mr. Builder." Do you remember Mr. Builder Rock? Good God!
Hell yeah! How could I forget Builder? Like, how can you forget him?
I'd like to.
Golly, Jesus!
I am man enough to admit I do have flaws.
Oh, you do? Oh, wow!
Oh yeah, I'm man enough to admit that.
Man, that's crazy.
See, y'all can gaslight white folks all you want, but I know that y'all be calling y'all's kids worser names. I know that's not the meanest name that kid's been called probably this week. I know that word doesn't have the power it used to have. I know that y'all just do this to play victim. I know
there's no power.
That man boy's parents wasn't there. And that tells me everything I need to know about being a present parent. Y'all can act all offended and all this hurt. John, I can't believe you have the same stance of all this shit. No, because I know y'all just want a race war. And I know y'all won't win it. And what I also know is that this is selective outrage.
He should have ended it right there. I know y'all won't win it. Like, black people are so fucking retarded to think that they could actually possibly, even have a race war last more than a weekend.
That's what the single moms tell the kids, that they'll win the race war.
PFF's in the back.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Shout
Welcome
out to
back.
JY, man. JY says those autistics really need our help.
Artist.
Autism boy.
S Freak says, salute. Put the link on the description, please. The link ain't in the description. Are you sure?
No,
the link
you
is
haven't
in the
done it for the
description.
last few chats.
The link is in. Oh, I
What's the
didn't
link?
save it. I didn't save it. I
What's
put
the
it in
link?
there and I forgot to save it. The link is the StreamYard link.
Oh,
Let me put it in the chat. Salute to everybody. Oh, y'all found it. I guess shout out to the mods for reposting it, man. Salute to DM, man. He says, hood black women destroying the streets, live black women destroying institutions. That's perfect. That's perfect.
That is true. Like a pincer. Wow.
They
That's
subvert.
perfect.
That's scary.
They destroy. Yeah, the just destruction, man. Of look at this. Like for instance, like this is child support court. This is child support court. Look at the
All right, fellas, I'm
savagery.
out.
Go
Deuces.
ahead. Oh, damn.
Like it's like you can't even show half of the videos with these black people, man. All right, man. So here go educated sister. Okay, good. We got one. Educated sister right here, man.
Ooh, the fucking way I would have rearranged that bitch face if I was in front of her. The way I would have rearranged that fucking bitch face if I was in front of her. I said it in my previous post, but I hope and pray that they find your location, bitch. And I hope they dog walk your stupid ass. I really hope they dog walk your stupid ass, bitch. And when you good and gone, I hope somebody finds your grave and piss on that shit.
Is she talking about Shiloh?
Yeah.
And then dig her up and do stuff.
Yeah, wow. There's a lot of hate for somebody you don't know. Wow. This was she she hates Shiloh like with a passion.
It's normal.
Yeah, you know how Sun Sisters are. They just hate glider women. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But you own a bookstore.
Jeez.
Oh wow. Oh, that should have been censored because that could demonetize your live right there.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Wait, your live is well, it showed
all
the
lives. I haven't had a live monetized in like 10 years, man. What are you talking about?
Oh
man?
damn.
Oh,
Never mind.
This one right here is a black kid stabbing white kid over minor dispute. White woman calling black kid N-word over minor dispute. Yeah, they overplayed their hand, man. They overplayed their hand big time with that. But you know what? You can't really blame them for overplaying their hand because white people, we really didn't know that there was limits. We didn't know that there was a wall. We didn't know that there was a you know what I'm saying? We didn't know that there was a hot stove or whatever. We didn't know that because we've just been fucking with y'all for so long with no repercussions that it really we really didn't overplay our hand. We're just being us, man, in America.
No, I think they did. I think they did know there was a limit, which is what
Really?
they always refer to. Yeah, which is why they always refer to it historically, and because that limit has been removed, then they can keep going. But each time anyone tries to press them, they refer to that old limit. Like, oh no, you used to lynch us if we spoke to white women, and now I can talk to white women. What are you going to do about it? So no, I think they were aware there was a limit. It's because it's no longer there. And now,
Yeah, but
hopefully, if the limit is imposed again, they'll be freaking out. But the freak out means nothing.
Yeah, I don't think that black people, the average black person wouldn't think twice about assaulting a white person anywhere, or talking shit about a white person anywhere, verbally attacking a white person anywhere. I just don't think that I don't think that we see any limit. I think we see more of a limit with Latinos. Like when Latinos get fed up, blacks come to the table. Black gangs come to the table. Black gangs, the Bloods and the Crips, when the Latino gangs call a green light, the Bloods and the Crips sit down. So let us discuss this. Let's set parameters. There's no need for violence. Let's all sit down and the Latinos don't play, but whites, there's no white faction other than in prison. Now, I will say this: in prison, in certain facilities where there's a sizable white population. And when I mean sizable, I'm not talking about like majority, but where there's enough to have like the brotherhood or the brand or something there. Yeah.
I can name another glider faction.
Go
Hell's
ahead.
Angels Motorcycle Club.
Yeah, but they don't operate in the same areas as blacks do. Like if the Bloods, if the Hell's Angels are in your town, they're not operating the crack or the fentanyl trade in the hand to hand. They're not competing with the Sons with the hand to hand sales. The Sons are really like we the hand to hand. We're the backbone of the drug trade. That's
The
why we're so
lowest
many
on the
in
totem pole.
yeah, that's why we're in prison because so much for drugs. Because it's like if you want to, if for instance the war on drugs. Okay, well let's ride around a white neighborhood. Okay, nobody's outside. Let's ride around a black neighborhood. 20 niggas on the corner making hand to hand drug sales. All right, let's start the war over there. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. Sons are the this. It's okay to say that. Jesus Christ.
Like what do like the whites in prison do that like allows them to outcompete? Like they're just smarter. Like we understand why that would.
They create better tools, better weapons. They're more creative in
Is that the
the
answer?
ways they get around the
Well, I
system.
mean, I think that you still have to get. It's deeper than that, right? Like
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
have
surface level.
yeah, you have the brand is basically like, okay, so in prison there's structure, right? Prison is not wild because you have to be in your cell at 10. You got to wake up for breakfast at 4. There's lockdowns. There's cell checks. Everything is structured. The prisons is structured, so that structure creates uh, a playing field. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a level, whereas the street is chaotic. Like, you know what I mean? The cops may patrol this town, they may not patrol. Da, da, da. Everything's chaotic on the street. But in prison, there's a structure. You want to get stuff in, it takes a certain, like if you want to get contraband into the prison, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's a lot to get it in, right? And
Yeah. Okay. The whites become like the Indians or like the Jews of the trading going on inside the prison, basically.
yeah, and the Aryan Nation, even though they're less than 2% of the federal prison population, they count for 30% of the homicides. So they also take hits too. The Aryan Nation takes hits, and they
You
they
talking about for
also
offenses that they dish out, or for what
well, they
happened?
take hits from the Mexican. All those Mexican gangs are their allies, and
Right.
all the black gangs are their rivals. So
Right.
the expert killers too. The Aryans are expert killers. And also they kill their own too. They clean their house. Like they tolerate less amongst each other. Like if you're a white boy and you go to prison, it's rules for you. If you're a black dude, you can play dominoes, fuck faggots, and you know what I'm saying, and jack off and shit. You know what I'm saying, and all type of stuff.
So in other
You
words,
Aryan
the
And
reason
Nation,
the same.
there's rules for you. There's rules for you when you go to prison. When they
Right.
say move, you got to move. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's
I
like
also heard it's similar to the La M.A., the Mexican Mafia. And the reason why I believe that, because there was a film called American Me, and they depicted one of the founders as being raped when he was in the juvenile system, and they did not like that. And actually, there were, some of the people, the La MA people that served as technical consultants, they actually got killed for it, for allowing that to be on film.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
You can see why I ask though, because like obviously we understand how Europeans took over Africa because they had access to resources that they could make into things and do what they wanted with them. But like in a prison, there is none of that, and if blacks are the majority, like it's I can't help but wonder, like, wouldn't the blacks just overwhelm them? But I guess like that structure matters just as much inside versus outside of prison.
Right. Hey, yo, we got 228 likes. Come on, guys. Can we get like the 300 likes? Can we get 300 likes, man? Can you guys hit that like button when y'all come in here, man? Please, man. Thank you very much, man. Let me see if we can see one of these documentaries, man, on the Aryan, on the brand, man. Let's see.
So I roll up TDCJ, Texas Department of Criminal Justice, 17 years old now. While I was in county, I came across one old convict, and he was kind of a crackhead, so I didn't really respect him. He just was like a homeless type guy, and he told me, because he would see me with my fall partners. You know, they're all tattooed and gold teeth and all this stuff, and he's like, you know, you're not gonna be able to do that in prison, right? He said, and you're gonna trip out when you go to prison, and everybody's separated. He's like, you're gonna learn you have to stay to your own. And that's the only advice I ever got about prison. And it didn't really stick with me that much. I didn't really get it. So, because I've been in juvenile and it's not like that. I mean, nobody was on that. So I'm like, you can't tell me anything. I know about doing time. So 17 years old, pull up to the holiday unit. Now, Texas prison used to have about 60 prisons. Don't quote me on these numbers. They're probably wrong, but there was like 60 prisons in the whole state. But in the early 90s, because of the crack epidemic, and this was like the super predator era.
Tough on crime, Bill Clinton.
They had expanded the prison system tremendously to like 200 prisons.
Wow. Just state prisons.
Yes.
Not even to mention the federal prisons.
Right. Just state. Texas Department. They changed the name from Texas Department of Corrections to Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And they expanded it tremendously. You know, now it's like prison systems is like California and Texas are like way up here in terms of number of inmates. And everybody else is below. Is a massive system. So it used to be when you came in, you would go to this one unit called Diagnostics. It's this old red brick prison.
What's the prison you were at? The first prison they brought you to?
Holiday unit.
Holiday unit is what they call it?
Ironic, yes. So you used to go to this one prison called Diagnostics, and they would do your classification and stuff there. And so that's kind of what I was expecting. I didn't realize that they had expanded the prison system so much that there was no way to filter all the incoming inmates into one prison. So they had built all of these warehouses they called transfer facilities, and they're dorms. They're 2,000 man up to 4,000 man, I think, prisons, razor wire and all that. But it's like steel, metal buildings, 100-man dorms, and everybody's showing up there, chain buses from the big cities, the small counties, everybody starts there. And so your first 2 years in Texas prison, you're in what they call transit. And so there's a bunch of these transfer facilities, they call them. I went to Holiday Unit. There's Garza West, there's tons of them. You get there, and it's so funny. The first inmate at the back gate, it was just monstrous, just laughably huge guy. He's 400 pounds or something, just scariest looking guy you ever saw. With the sweetest voice, just as gay as could possibly be. And you know they chose him to be scary, right? Like you're supposed to be like, oh no, it's going to be definitely coming from my butt. And come in there in Texas prison.
Are y'all still seeing it? Are y'all still seeing the screen?
Yeah. And Ak, I wanted to remark on what he said about the big. It reminds me of the Simpsons episode when Homer got locked up with the big guy, but he had the Michael Jackson voice.
Leon Kompowski.
Was that his name?
Something like that.
That's literally every movie. Every movie is like that. The big fucking guy, he's gay. Salute to Raymond, man. Shout out to Raymond, man. Shout out to Daniel, man. Daniel says donation ox Crestor prescription fund.
Another thing I notice is every fat dude tends to be named Tiny or Slim, which is kind of an oxymoron.
Yo, what's good, Art?
What's happening, man? How you doing, man?
Hey man, I'm all good.
This guy's pretty long-winded, man. I'm trying to figure out when he gets to the point, man.
This new generation of Hispanics, they want to use the N-word and listen to rap and stuff. In the old Cholo type Mexicans they don't like that. Right. They're like, you need to listen to norteños and you need to talk like a Mexican and dress like a Cholo and all this like black culture y'all are adopting is not cool. Right. But the young young Mexicans did not want to join the old traditional Mexican mafia, Texas syndicate, the existing prison gangs. They didn't want that familia style rank and all that. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. And so, man, they rock and rolled almost daily.
And the Tongo Blast is a Hispanic gang. Well, because the new generation.
Right, because Tongo meant city. And so at this time, dudes.
So is it still playing?
It was and it stopped.
It's just stopped.
Okay.
What's that? You'd be like, if I was talking to a Mexican, I'd be like, who you with? And he'd be like, I'm just down with my Tongo. And that would just mean they were down with their hometown. See, this was like proto.
This dude was very long-winded, man. Let me get him out of here, man. He's very long. He doesn't get to the point of what you trying to.
Yeah, because you some man, y'all got short, attention spans. We got to get straight to the point, man. See if he got a YouTube short for you, man.
Yeah,
he's laying the background.
You feel me? Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to. He lay in the background, but he need to get to the point, man. Because that's white. That's very white of them, to try to tell the whole history of the fucking. Let's see this.
And the Aryan Brotherhood were among the most powerful for a simple reason: they'd kill you.
By following a trail of drug deals, murders, hit notes disguised by invisible ink, and secret codes, investigators revealed a unique criminal empire run from behind bars, one that controlled a major part of the prison system. So how does society deal with its outlaws, men who live and die by their own warrior code? For the first time, Brotherhood members
The Sons have a warrior code up.
Story. John Greshner, once a national commissioner of the gang, now serving life for kidnap and murder.
If you bring the ruthlessness and extreme violence to a situation 1 or 2 times, you don't have to do it no more. The message gets out.
George Harp, founder member of the gang who served 40 years in jail.
I knew 40 or 50 that were killed by some members of the Aryan Brotherhood in some time, in one prison or another.
Your loyalty to the Aryan Brotherhood has to be more than your loyalty to your best friend, your family. If they see that your loyalty is strayed, you're next.
A few times I was been ready to kill somebody. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven.
The Brotherhood's reign in hell began during the 60s among the racial tensions and violence of California's prison system.
At the time, the AB served a much-needed purpose in California state prisons. There was a lot of racial upheaval, and the AB was designed and structured to more or less protect and defend the weaker whites. It started with a purpose and reason, and didn't make sense for the prison system at that time.
The Aryan Brotherhood is not, it's not a white supremacist organization like the Aryan Nations or something like that. I mean, it started out with obviously a racial orientation, but they've traditionally been allied with the Mexican mafia, and also they've had alliances even with black criminal organizations, and that's just more about furthering the interests of the gang.
It evolved to get power, like anything, evolves. First for racial solidarity, and secondarily for money and power and status in that world,
To get that money and power, the Brotherhood soon learned to manipulate the system and conscript the help of their own jailers.
Some of the guards backed the whites because the blacks were killing guards, and so their sympathies went towards the whites.
You hear that?
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I can't blame the guards for doing that.
Dude, no matter where sons are, no matter what the situation, everyone finds a reason to not like them.
And secondarily for money and power and status in that world,
To get that money and power, the Brotherhood soon learned to manipulate the system and conscript the help of their own jailers.
Some of the guards backed the whites because the blacks were killing guards, and so their sympathies went towards the whites. And they kind of an unholy alliance. It wasn't all of them, or but some.
The guards, some of them liked us. They identified with the things that we stood for, and some didn't. Sometimes we'd ask them if they would like to make some money. They didn't get paid much. They said, yeah, well, we'll send a package to you. Have somebody mail a package. That'd be okay. You'll bring that in for us, and we'll give you $500 every time you do that. And guards, a lot of them made a lot of money that way.
They brought us weapons, and they brought us information too. And they would bring us pocket knives. Every time we went to recreation or every time we went to the shower, it was the guard's duty to come into the cell and inspect that cell to look for contraband. And there was many times we would come back into the cell, the guard would say, just look under your pillow. And there'd be a pocket knife.
They used those knives to fight a war on an almost daily basis in the prison yard, part of the constant struggle for power between ethnically divided gangs. It was from these gang wars that the Aryan Brotherhood derived its name, wars that have continued to this day.
So what you have behind the prison wall really is a time capsule of racial prejudice and segregation. I think the prison system is quite pleased with the way things are because it helps them to line up the usual suspects more easily. And they can identify the animosities between individual groups, and they look differently and they're easier to distinguish.
People wonder, how do you know who's in a gang and who's not? It's very simple. You go to the dining hall, they all sit together. The Aryan Brotherhood always sat in the very back part of the mess hall, and that's how you knew who was in it and who wasn't in it.
So if somebody new comes into the penitentiary and starts sitting with this group, well, you know he's either an associate or he's a member. Also, they have certain signs. The AB has clover. They all have different tattoos.
When a new member comes in, then he gets a tattoo. And the design of the tattoo, it's a shield with a swastika, and it had the letters AB on here. Once you got that tattoo, that meant that you were in. It's a sign that you've been accepted into this group, that you're part of this group, and you're in it for life.
What made the Aryan Brotherhood so unique is all these other gangs, the Mexican Mafia, the Black Guerrilla Family, they counted on numbers. They attracted as many soldiers as they could. The Aryan Brotherhood did just the opposite. It said, we only want 100 members, but every one of our guys is going to be so vicious. And what they did was brilliant because it represents the inmate code in prison. I will kill you. Don't mess with me. And that's what gave them the power.
In the 1990s, prosecutor Greg Jessner began to investigate the Aryan Brotherhood and realized he was confronting a remarkable prison gang.
The Aryan Brotherhood was traditionally very selective, and that set them apart from other prison gangs. They just wanted to maintain the very high quality of their membership. And so just on the face of it, these are people who would have been highly respected in prison.
One of them is still so securely guarded that no filming is permitted, and his own words are spoken by an actor.
What distinguished us from other gangs was that we went for quality, not quantity. We wanted to channel people with special talents for the benefit of the AB.
This guy was on Vlad TV. He did a whole interview on Vlad, and it's remarkable. I would go check it out. Michael Thompson on Vlad. I can't play Vlad videos over here because he has a ironclad thing with copyright. But this guy Michael Thompson, the leader of
I've heard him before. He's told some enormous lies too. He said he fought off like 21 dudes at one point, disarmed like 5 norteños at once.
He's a big guy. He's like 6'7" or 6'8", and he's like a body.
He exaggerates.
Yeah, I'm sure he exaggerates too. But I mean, everybody exaggerates on the platform, but he does know the history of it, and he's out. He's out.
Look, he ain't never met nobody that went to jail. All the motherfuckers exaggerate.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter what, motherfuckers be at the gym, at the barbershop, exaggerating like a motherfucker about their bid.
Yeah.
Everyone was gay, but I wasn't.
Right. Exactly. Everybody was fucking the goddamn whatever female guard. Like it's like,
look, everybody was fucking air guard. Everybody ran the phone.
Yeah.
Everybody like fucking. What's the other shit that everybody say?
The goddamn like a nurse or a legal aid.
Yeah, they always fucking one of them.
Yeah, some shit like that.
But like, man, if everybody doing all that, man, y'all having a great time, man.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody ever got punked. Nobody ever took an L. Just all W's, man, in the joint. But yeah, this guy, he's out. He's home now. This is from 2006. This documentary.
The perimeter. We rule the inside.
A lot of guys, I think, that wind up joining the Aryan Brotherhood and being recruited by them have natural leadership abilities. And unfortunate that those skills and abilities go to that endeavor, but these are guys that would have, had they gone down the right path, would have been leaders in whatever field they went into.
Mark Lilienfeld was a gang surveillance officer and came into close contact with some of the Brotherhood's leaders.
Most of them are much brighter than the average inmate, and they're able to express themselves in a manner that...
you know what that means.
Oh, damn, I caught that.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
You know what that means. Y'all know what that means. He's speaking in code, man, but he giving it to us, though.
I caught that.
Yeah.
That's a dog whistle for sure.
I'm telling you, man. Whew.
Damn.
And that's a cascading effect. Like once you got that, everything else falls into place.
Admire, and they're able to control people alone. They have a certain magnetism that other inmates or that other people around them don't possess.
One reason for this respect was the unique course of study the leadership put their recruits through, from Greek philosophy to Oriental classics about the arts of war.
You'd have a in-depth conversation about whether it's political flight.
You know what's crazy? That they're way more highly educated than the other the other inmates, meaning the Sun inmates. But in all actuality, these gliders that's in there come from probably like trailer parks, bullshit, trash. You know what I'm saying? Like poor, desolate ass places. Because there's not many good ones coming from good homes. You know what I'm saying? White gliders going into prison. The system are not like that. They go to the feds for like bull, like blue, like money crime or some shit like that. But they're still brighter than the sons that's there. And
Correct.
You already know some of those sons come from good homes, good schools, good everything. But they fall for the whole culture. You know what I'm saying? They that's DNA. It is what it is.
They regress to the mean.
Aok, is
Yeah.
it safe for me to call cultural appropriation for referencing a book by a Chinese military war strategist and then using it for their strategy?
I guess so, man. But you only half of us, Tiger. Though.
Yeah, I am half, but still.
Yeah. This is interesting because blacks, like the 5%ers, you have to you know in the Nation of Islam, they have text that you have to read, like the Quran or the
Nah, and
yeah.
they're making them learn Arabic now too.
Yeah, exactly. So they have a code.
The master's language.
MA also have a code too. Is they're required to learn indigenous language, so they can't just use Spanish.
Wow, but this is but this is very interesting. They're learning about Plato and shit like that, philosophy and deeper things and shit, not just religion. They learning about game, like Plato and stuff like that. It's very interesting, man. Very white of them.
Philosophy or general philosophy or what's wrong with the system or what you can do to improve your position where you are. You know, you could get a little intellectual stimulation as opposed to talking about motorcycles.
We studied Sun Tzu's Art of War, Musashi's Book of Five Rings about samurai combat, Nietzsche, the first existentialist. It was the start of a long, painful learning curve for me.
I was kind of under the impression that more than for you to learn is to see if you can comprehend.
Learning the ways of the warrior was just the beginning for each recruit. He would next be required to live and die by that code.
A guy that we wanted to become a member, and if they wanted to become one, and some of us, me or one of the leaders, would take the guy off and talk to him. Do you want to become an Aryan Brotherhood? There's certain things you got to agree to, and there's no fooling around with this. This is it's forever. You may sometimes be called to make a move on somebody, and that means kill them. There's no two ways about it. It might be a friend of yours, and then you've got to do it. You're totally committed to that.
I had to make my bones. I had to kill someone and make sure that blood was let. It was blood in, blood out. You kill to get in, and you die if you leave.
We have to think that the guy is capable of killing someone if he has to. And it was that serious.
What?
Because there were only a few hours. It was our life. We were in a war that was.
What? You like this picture?
Very informative documentary.
Yeah, man. But yeah, they so basically they're smarter than everybody else, and they'll kill you. They are violent. They're extremely violent, and they're smarter than the other inmates.
And use strategy from a book by another race.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this was happened. This right here, this guy, this is Cincinnati. I wonder if he's going to get a GoFundMe. This guy right here,
benched and took over.
There we go.
And now at 5, we're getting a look at what prompted a deadly police shooting in East Price Hill. Yesterday, a Cincinnati police officer shot and killed someone running from police. Police Chief Teresa Thigi says the suspect was armed and was pointing a gun at the officer. WCPO 9 News reporter Connor Steffen's been following this story closely since it happened yesterday. Connor, what does the body camera footage show you?
Tanya, according to Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi, officers had just seconds to respond to the threat. Body camera footage that we reviewed earlier during a press conference backs that up. The time between when officers first arrived on scene Thursday and the moment shots were fired is just 6 seconds.
So for them to process and determine a different course of action, I think is unreasonable.
Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi says all 4 suspects ran into the woods in different directions when 2 officers rolled up to the stolen car. One officer chased the armed suspect, the other officer a different suspect.
And that'll be significant here in a moment.
Within seconds of running, the armed suspect falls. The officer chasing him reports seeing a gun.
This individual gets up, still has the firearm in his hand, and continues to run through the dumpsters.
On the other side of the dumpster is the other officer chasing a different suspect.
He's got a gun on your right,
According to police interviews, that officer said the armed suspect emerged from the dumpsters pointing a gun at him.
And he felt threatened for his life, and that's why he discharged his firearm.
Chief Thigi says the officer fired off 4 or 5 shots, hitting the armed suspect twice. Police attempted first aid, but the person later died.
This is where we have to go to the state of mind of the officer at the time. What are they seeing, feeling, hearing? If they feel like their life or somebody else's life is in danger, they have a responsibility to stop that threat.
The 2 suspects in custody were arraigned Friday morning. 18-year-old Jarrell Austin and 19-year-old DeAnthony Bullocks face charges of receiving stolen property and obstructing official business.
When this happens, the outcome is almost always tragic. No one wins, and everyone involved is affected.
Court records show Austin was already facing 4 other charges for a shooting back in October. As for Bullocks, his juvenile court records show he was convicted of felonies and sentenced twice to custody in the Department of Youth Services.
Yo, do you believe these guys? So these are the 2 that survived the encounter. Like, Jesus Christ. So let's see about the one who died, man.
But also, you see how they've been described in the news bulletin.
So had the system done its job, they probably wouldn't even been in this situation.
Yeah.
The system is fucked. Hey, you probably do they got the full body worn camera on this shit yet?
Yeah, they got it out. I'll play it, but I want to show you the next thing that happened in this case.
2 families in mourning after an unthinkable series of events.
We need support. Please support us. Please support our deputy.
Was it revenge? Police have now arrested this man and charged him with aggravated murder for plowing his car into a deputy today. His son, a suspect in a crime, was shot and killed yesterday by a Cincinnati police officer.
Make sure that the local prosecutor knows that this should be a death penalty.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like,
He spent the block and tried to get back on random sheriff.
Yeah, random.
I didn't agree with the random. I can understand the father's state of mind to do that, but not on a random.
They don't see like us as like a person. They just see the uniform.
Right. I mean, your son turns get shot. People get shot by cops all the time, and their parents don't kill the cop.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not like something that's common. This is like it's an outlier.
Yo, he really like killed a random Cincinnati bro. First off, are they even from the same department?
Hold on. Let's see.
Sir.
Make sure that the local prosecutor knows that this should be a death penalty case.
Plus, the outpouring of love and respect by police and sheriff, the thin blue line watching over their brother, and the police chief pleading for peace.
Let the processes play out. Let the investigations play out. Keep calm.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tanya O'Rourke in for Craig McKee tonight. Our team coverage continues as the community mourns a Hamilton County Sheriff deputy killed today in the line of duty. His alleged killer, Rodney Hinton Jr., the father of 18-year-old Ryan Hinton, Ryan the son, is the man who was shot and killed by Cincinnati police officers yesterday in East Price Hill. Police charged the father, Rodney, with aggravated murder just a couple of hours ago. All of this unfolding as UC commencement was going on. The deputy was outside a vehicle at Martin Luther King and Burnett Woods Drive when Hinton's car plowed into him. We do have multiple reporters working on this story tonight. Alex Null with what led up to this deadly situation, and Sean Delancey was at the hospital where dozens of men and women in uniform mourned his death. We're going to start with Sean. He'll begin with the immediate reaction to this terrible day. Sean?
Yeah, Tanya, it has been a heart-wrenching day for a lot of people in this area, including those who were here when they learned that the deputy had not survived his injuries, through the procession of people accompanying his body to the coroner's office in Blue Ash, honoring his many years of service to this community. Led by Hamilton County Sheriff Charmaine McGuffey and Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi, dozens of uniformed personnel made their way from UCMC to a packed press conference to announce that the deputy hit by a car at this intersection had died.
I just can't express to you how sad, how incredibly sad we all are, and what an incredibly wonderful and dedicated deputy this man was.
They didn't release his name, but did say he'd retired just a few months ago. He was helping direct traffic around UC's graduation.
You're not serious.
Yeah, that sucks,
He
man.
killed a retired sheriff, not even a fucking active one.
Hey, Ak, I got to hand it to the father, man. He's got a faster response time than a tier 1 tech support help desk center in India.
Yo, that dude is sick. Yo, and this is like, Black people are about to celebrate this guy. His fucking give, send, go about to be high, dog.
Right.
He will. And
Right.
then if he does get locked up, he'll definitely be protected by the BGF.
I think the Gibson going on rock with this one. I think
Gibson go is getting
No,
challenged
he would.
daily.
Nah, he'll get it. I think he'll get something.
Yo, Gibson go is getting fucking challenged. Bro, the system is changing, bro. Like, we are putting so much pressure on the fucking system.
You know what?
That's
Shout out
fucking-
to Give, Send, Go. Shout out to them.
Hey,
How terrible to retire and then
this-
maybe be asked just, oh, can you come and help direct traffic? Just kind of semi-retirement, help us when we're short-staffed.
Yeah,
and
we
then
do
you
that. We
it.
do that now, but we don't have them like doing that. We let them work like the retirees. Like, we
Yes.
just got a program that let them like work at the desk in the station and like do reports, but we don't put them
not
on the
like traffic
street.
direction.
Fuck no.
Oh
Hey, but
my gosh.
yo, this dude, like this is the entitlement of like us, like the sons, bro. Like, disregard the fact that your son jumped out the car,
He's a
stolen
criminal.
car, with a fucking gun. He fell, had a chance to go between the dumpsters and drop the gun, but kept the gun. You know what I'm saying? He runs right into a cop. He probably wasn't gonna shoot him, but like, he ran right into the fucking cop with the fucking gun pointed up. The cop fires, bang bang situation. Your criminal ass son is gone. That was doing something wrong. That had been doing something wrong all this
From
time
a stolen car.
from a stolen car, and you feel like, you know what? I gotta go kill a random retired fucking cop. And that's gonna be celebrated.
Yep.
Horrible, bro. Come on, man. We suck.
Black
Bro.
people, Black people want to celebrate.
Officers lined the streets as his body was taken from the hospital in a procession. At the coroner's office, brothers and sisters behind the badge hugged, mourned, stood with the man who died in the line of duty.
Our deputy will not be alone. He is not alone. He will not be alone. There will be someone with him until the day that he transitions to higher ground.
Grief was also met with anger towards Rodney Hinton, the man charged with aggravated murder after hitting and killing the deputy with his car. Hinton's 18-year-old son was shot and killed by Cincinnati police in East Price Hill Thursday morning. I talked to former FOP President Dan Hills about it.
This has made myself and everybody I've talked to is so angry. You know, it's hard to stay professional.
And as you heard McGuffey say,
Not
their
even the same
officers and
department.
deputies will be with that deputy's body until he is laid to rest. Details on that have not yet been released. In Coreyville,
you
Sean
can tell
Delancey.
he's just cycling. I'm cycling. Sorry, circling around, just looking for, I guess, the first officer that he could
Not
just
even
accelerate into.
not even the same department. We're so linear, we can't even recognize the fucking same uniforms. Like the way of thinking.
Well,
Each time he'd be just
The
telling the
separate
judge,
session
"Oh,
of the
he's
Hamilton
just a
County
boy.
Municipal Court
He's
is in
just a
our session.
boy,"
Judge
which
Tyrone
is
Yates is presiding this morning.
So this is in the court.
First case.
No marks on his face?
This is death penalty case 1.
Good morning.
You know what surprised me? He doesn't look like he barely has a scratch on him after what he did.
Thank you.
And got taken in.
All right. Anything as to probable cause?
Yeah, we'll waive probable cause this morning. I have submitted designations for John Kennedy and Timothy Bicknell. They will be the attorneys of record handling Mr. Hinton's case. I'll be handling the arraignment this morning.
All right, thank you. Mr. Prosecutor, or anything as to
as to bond, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, we understand this is a very, very serious, very terrible charge that Mr. Hinton is facing. He has a risk, but he does not have a history, Judge. He has no felonies in his record. His risk assessment score was a 1. He had a juvenile record. He works at BDF.
He made everyone laugh.
Emotionally charged situation. I understand that Mr. Hinton's son may have been killed by the police earlier in the week. There was a review of that video. I understand that there is a lot of sadness and a lot of anger in this room right now, but in the community at large. I would just ask the court to set a reasonable bond in light of everything to allow the constitutional process to play out.
Yo, go to Twitter after this and look and type in his name.
No bond.
What's his name again?
Until Tuesday.
Rodney Hinton Jr.
2 hours.
Yes,
All
right.
right.
Yes, correct.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so
I'm
much.
surprised. I'm surprised they didn't make him look like Bird from The Wire after he insulted that female detective.
Well, they can't because whites, you've done your system so much that any little mark, the defense
cops
lawyer
are
will
cucked.
say, of course, the defense lawyer will say, "Oh, he was scratched by, number 1, number 12 of these police officers."
Yeah, this is that's TV. This is real life. The Wires kind of like.
If they were to beat his ass, they could declare mistrial too. That's another thing, right, Ak?
Well, I mean,
not necessarily like a mistrial, but he'd just be like, he'll sue the department and be a rich ass fucking dude doing life.
There was a teen who did kill a cop, and when he did show up for an arraignment, his face definitely looked messed up and more. And his mom, shouted, of course, out of horror. So there was that incident, but I don't know how long ago it was either.
That's an Hispanic.
See, he's trying to mean mug the police officers. Look, he needs to have an accident in remand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because right now you're wasting money, you're wasting taxpayers, everything, just keeping him in remand to then have a trial for what everyone knows he did. He needs to go join his son in hell.
Send him to El Salvador.
In fact, just to get him back the way he killed the police officer, he should, you know, when you're testing cars and their crash potential, he should stand in front of those walls and just get a car and go into him.
Do Ohio is a red state, right? Do they got death penalty?
It's a red state,
It's
but I don't know if
definitely,
they
this is definitely a death penalty case. Yeah, this is Ohio. He can get the death penalty. Let's see what happened here.
Deadly quadruple shooting leaves 2 people dead and 2 others injured, and the shooters are still on the loose. Thank you for joining us.
So they call it a quadruple shooting instead of a mass shooting. I see
that. Look at that.
It's still on the loose. That's 100%.
Nobody knows shit.
It's 100% sons.
Yeah.
I would put 100%.
Shooting leaves 2 people dead and 2 others injured, and the shooters are still on the loose. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Pamela Osborne.
And I'm Will Jones. The shooting happened in a Foot Locker parking lot in East Point. Jacqueline Francis is live there now. And Jacqueline, please say this all started as an argument.
Will and Pam, this parking lot behind me, this Foot Locker parking lot, was a crime scene for most of the afternoon. The store itself really has nothing to do with the shooting other than the 2 groups that were feuding decided to pull into this parking lot. They got out of the car, they got into a physical fight, and then shots were fired.
We are lucky that no innocent bystanders got hit by a stray bullet. We are very lucky that bullets didn't enter the store.
A Foot Locker parking lot in East Point turned into a crime scene. The shooting happened just before 3 Saturday afternoon at 8 Mile and Kelly Road. East Point police say 2 cars pulled into the parking lot. The people got out of the cars and the 2 groups began physically fighting. One person got out a gun and started beating someone else with it until the gun broke. Police say a woman then got out of the car, grabbed another gun from the trunk and began shooting. 4 people were shot. 1 man died on scene. Another died at the hospital. The 2 other men are in stable condition.
This makes no sense to me. And it hurts my heart, to see somebody else to have to go through this. Somebody finna have to bury their kids. And it don't make no sense. That's just wrong.
The suspect is on the run, but police believe there is no ongoing threat.
But we do not believe that there's any danger to the public because we do not think it was random. These 2 groups of people knew each other, and it appears that's what the fight started from previous.
So if it's targeted, it's not a threat to the
Back
public.
here live on the scene, you'll see the gate is closed down. They shut down the store early today because of what happened. Anyone with information should give police a call. Reporting live in East Point.
Open up Foot Locker, man. I want my J's, man. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, the Jordan 47s is coming out.
Hey, it was a female that killed them people, bruh.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find some more about it. You talking about that at Foot Locker?
Yeah, she gonna get off too.
Why you say that?
Cause the dude was beating the motherfucker with a gun until the gun broke. Then she grabbed a gun and shot up that motherfucker. She gonna fucking probably get off on that shit. You know they soft as
East
hell.
Point where 1 person is dead and 2 others are injured. Our Heath Kalb is at that scene right now, and so Heath, I know the suspect is still reportedly on the run.
That's right, Terrell. We actually just heard from East Point Police just a few minutes ago, and they gave us updated totals. It's now 2 confirmed fatalities. 4 people have been shot in this shooting in this Foot Locker parking lot just behind me. And as you can see, it is still a very active scene. As I'll step aside, as you can see right now. Now, what we know is 4 people were shot, 2 fatal, 2 people are in stable condition. A fight turned into a shooting between 2 groups, and still looking for a suspect, East Point Police tell us. Now, there is no danger to the public. But what East Point Police are telling us right now is that this was not random. The people knew each other, and this was started from a previous disagreement, and it all happened in this parking lot of this Foot Locker in East Point. Now, there's not much other information right now, but we did just hear from East Point Police, and like I mentioned, thankfully, there is no current danger to the public. So I'm sure as this active scene is still here, the East Point Police are going to continue the investigation into the shooting that occurred around 2:50 p.m. here this afternoon. We're going to give you any details as soon as we find out any more information. For now, here in East Point, I'm Heath Kalb, CBS News Detroit.
What a situation there. Heath Kalb live for us out of East Point. Thanks for that update.
If they got video
Ah,
of this incident,
wake up.
oh shit, I
I'm
fell
up.
asleep.
I'm up.
Yo, if they
I'm not.
yo,
I'm
if
not.
they got video of this incident, and she fucking pulls out the gun while Buddy still got a gun in his hand, beating the shit out of somebody with it, and she fires and all other shit, they gonna give her ass a nice motherfucking charge, and she gonna take a plea for some way lesser shit than murder. Watch.
And we have new video shedding light on the moments police leading up to a police shooting. This happened 2 weeks ago inside of a South Bay Safeway.
Yeah, we want to warn you, this body cam video you're about to see may be disturbing. Here's NBC Bay Area's Ian Cole.
There's a guy with a knife just walking around.
New video released and edited by Morgan Hill Police starts with officers responding to a disturbance inside a Safeway on April 18th. It was just after midnight. Police say 40-year-old Sean Hillman from Van Nuys walked into the store with a large kitchen knife. He ignored employees asking him to leave and ultimately ignored officers' repeated calls to drop the knife. On police body cam footage, you can hear an officer requesting so-called less than lethal force like beanbag rounds and tasers.
So far, refusing commands. Drop the knife.
Investigators say as some officers evacuated customers, Hillman headed for the back of the store, hitting an employee with a wine bottle. As officers encounter the victim, they also spot Hillman again. This time they attempt to tase him, but it didn't work. And according to the timestamp on the body camera, about a minute later, Hillman can be seen throwing wine bottles at officers. Then, minutes later, after another attempt to de-escalate the situation, Hillman can be seen grabbing a store display and charging an officer with a bottle of wine in his other hand, and shots ring out.
Stop! You're gonna. 270 shots fired.
Hillman was hit in the leg and ultimately taken into custody. He is expected to survive. Michael Leninger, a former San Jose police officer and law enforcement consultant, gave his take on the officer's actions.
An officer that was very calm.
What's up, man?
Reacted appropriately, with the sole exception
was snoring a
the
little
store
bit.
should have been
That's up.
evacuated.
What do you want to say, man?
No, you was snoring, man. You was out there. What that shit? You say you was multitasking, man.
Oh, okay, good. Well, yeah. So that's what's going on right there in Detroit. So yeah, man, let's see. Okay, so what's this? Memphis? He had big dreams.
Fox 13 News at 9 starts now.
I would like to see them bring the killers to justice. I'm reaching out to them. You know you did wrong. Just turn yourself in.
A family's plea, first at 9 tonight. The family of 18-year-old Darius Wadley, a young man shot outside of Booker T. Washington High School, wants answers. Wadley was one of 2 teens shot and killed. Good evening, everyone. I'm Darcy Thomas.
And I'm Daryl Green. Police have arrested 1 person, but they're still searching for 3 others tonight. Only on Fox 13. Fox 13's Rosalind Freeman is live at the North Main precinct after talking with Wadley's family. Rosalind, what do they have to say tonight?
Yeah, Darcy and Daryl. Darius Wadley would have celebrated his birthday on the 23rd of May. He was a senior at Booker T. Washington High School, a football standout, and a traveling barber working to support his family. But his dreams were cut short in a moment of violence. Today, his uncle opened up to Fox 13, not just about who Darius was, but the life he lived.
Yeah, I called Darius that morning and I told him that, your cousins need their haircut for the weekend. And he said, okay, Uncle Sam, I have my things with me. You can come and pick me up early and I'll be already there.
That was the last conversation Sam Murphy had with his nephew, Darius Wadley. But to him, Darius was...
You say something?
more than just a barber. He was a protector, a provider in the making, and a young man determined to lift his family out of poverty.
He's always concerned about his mom. He said he would be the boy of the family to get his mom out of poverty and put in a place where she deserves to be.
He was a soon-to-be father, a football player, a teenager who his family says brought joy everywhere he went.
Darius was a very exuberant, enthusiastic young man. He was full of life. He was life of the party.
Watley's family told Fox 13 a recruiter was set to meet with him
he was
the
doing
very
good.
day he was gunned down.
No, that zesty dude was doing well, man, until he said the life of the party. He was being different, man. He was daring to be different. But God damn it.
Damn, Darius, man. Jesus Christ, man. He's gonna lift his mom out of poverty. Mom supposed to lift you out of poverty. Like, it's just crazy how it goes like that. You gotta lift mom out of poverty.
Hey, hey, Ak, do you remember the name of the boxer? He lost the championship fight, and his mom said, "There goes my house."
No, I didn't see that one. I don't know. I don't remember that off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I
Their future is now a memory. Their grief is turning into a call for action.
I think that it's ludicrous. I mean, something needs to be done. Children are killing each other, losing their lives. We need to be strict on gun laws to keep these guns out of kids' hands.
You already talked about that. It's too late for that.
Mother is fighting for her life. Police say her husband pulled the trigger and shot her. This was just 2 weeks ago at an apartment complex on Genesis Circle in South Memphis.
Tonight only on Fox 13, we hear from the victim's family as they open up.
Let's go.
I hate to see him go that way because my brother, he was very peaceful.
A fight at a Fraser McDonald's turns deadly. Now tonight, the family of the man who was shot and killed is speaking out.
Now, this shooting was one of 3 unrelated shootings that happened within hours of each other last Tuesday night.
Fox 13 Sierra Jordan joins us live in Fraser tonight. Sierra, you spoke with the victim's family.
Good evening, Darcy. That's right. I spoke with the sister of the man who was shot and killed last week. She told me her brother's name was Chavez Washington. Now, Memphis police say it started off as a fight that led to a shooting that happened right behind me here at McDonald's in Fraser, and they're still searching for the person responsible for his death.
Nobody shouldn't have to see their brother, a loved one, shot over something senseless and meaningless.
Chavez Washington was only 30 years old and a father with a 2-year-old son.
He was just like the jokester of our family,
Oh,
just kind of like keeping the glue in peace.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yo, Ak, you sure you're not like rigging the algorithm here?
I know, man. It's uncanny.
If you had like a Chinese guy, exchange student, he was on the channel, he'd be like, yeah, okay, America must be like 65%, 70% black, besides the newscasters who are some white people.
And everybody's fucking funny.
Yeah, that's
and our chaos and stuff.
Washington says Chavez was trying to get something to eat Tuesday night. Memphis police say just before 5:30 p.m., officers responded to a shooting at McDonald's on Thomas Street. Police say it started as a fight between 2 men, but it's still unclear who started the fight.
My brother was trying to defend himself like, hey, you don't have to talk to me this way. If you're, it's fine. I can leave you alone. And
he didn't say it that way. He did not say it that way.
Excuse me. That's not very nice.
Hey, pardon me. I don't. Pardon me.
We know, sister. We know. Nice try.
Fight. My brother was trying to defend himself like, hey, you don't have to talk to me this way. If you're, it's fine. I can leave you alone. And the person just wasn't satisfied with that. And they just got their gun and just shot him down in a McDonald's.
That was not the only shooting that happened Tuesday night. Police say Chavez was killed in a series of 3 separate unrelated shootings across Fraser.
Washington
Subway
says her
too.
family is left with more questions than answers.
Yeah, this is just a neighborhood. That wasn't even no city. They all this happened in that
Hey,
one.
now I told y'all about Frazier, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That Frazier shit is one of the craziest places I've ever fucking been to.
I believe you.
You can't live with them. Like if you're white, you can't be in good conscience be expected to not want to segregate. It's just not possible.
R.I.P. to Young Dolph. I just had to say that.
Yes, it's.
I finally found the name of the boxer.
Okay, go ahead, man. What's the name of
Stephen Fulton. He lost to Inoue, the Japanese boxer, and that was when his mom said, "Yeah, there goes my house."
But isn't that standard with any athlete?
What a selfish woman.
No, not for white athletes. Like they don't have their whole parents and family and fucking cousins in Section 8 like riding on them basically.
But they'll still upgrade their parents. Oh, mom, dad, I finished your mortgage. I did this. I got you a bigger house. I got you a car.
Yeah, but like
yeah, I mean it's standard for any child.
They're not pushing it though. Like the pressure isn't so intense where it's like fuck if I lose this fight.
Mom has a husband. Mom has a husband too. So
exactly, yeah. White mom's got a husband and they were.
Yeah, it's an extracurricular for the child, not a lifeline for the child. No, I do know.
My late son friend went to the same thing with his mom. Pretty much used him to get government money, and then once he turned 18 and she couldn't make any money off him, just pretty much kicked him out.
Yeah, that you got to imagine like that could explain, other than DNA, obviously, that could explain like just the animosity some men have towards women and don't mind putting hands on them. Because like, if your mom is having you and looking at you like kind of like a lottery ticket in some ways, like it's just probably not a good.
Every son ain't good at sports though. Like. Let's keep it a buck. Like, very few of them are good enough to make the pros. Very few.
Yeah, and then like the hood kids nowadays are not even like playing sports like that anymore because a lot of like the hood kids got good playing sports at like the local park, but the kids can't go to the local park now because they got ops. So like my kid, he playing like ball, like AAU and all the other shit. And all these kids come from good homes now. It's no like hood kid like no more. Like they're not playing anymore.
And a lot of them are mulattoes too, right? Because they're like the second or third.
Yeah, real talk. A lot of these motherfuckers is like a whole bunch of like great kids or a whole bunch of like Austin River lookalikes.
Yeah, a lot of the blacks now coming in are like actually from Africa.
My friend's brother was deleted by an Austin River lookalike. But anyways, don't let them fool you.
A lot of Africans playing sports nowadays. African immigrants, the kids of African immigrants are playing a lot of sports nowadays. And they're good kids too because they come from 2-parent households too. This is Africa, man.
What country?
Hold on, let me read this super chat. Salute to Malik Quelly. He says, I remember the art of willful exposed the Melanie chick for not going to KS funeral. Okay. You must have been on another channel. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I called in on a show.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. You don't have to tell us the whole background of I got Is this noble though for these people to live like this and still continue to like function every day? Is there like something honorable about this, like that they live in this and they're able to like eke out a living?
The thing is, I don't think all of Africa is like that. And what country of Africa is that?
Yo, that's not what I said. That's not what
I know.
The ass was all of Africa like that. But here's the thing though. Like these people are like they don't manipulate their environment. They don't make things better. Like it looks like it could look like this theoretically in 100 years. Like no one would like pave that road. No one would, do anything to make it more modern unless some white people or some Indians came around. This is crazy.
What I will say about these places is, despite them developing very, very, very slowly, they are starting to like limit their fertility. Even in this video here, 20, 30 years ago, there'd be children fucking everywhere.
Yeah, every woman would have a baby on her hip. Yeah. Or there could be something else that explains that, like maybe I don't know, man. Looks like it's a lot of them.
In a way, it kind of reminds me.
This like puddles and shit with mosquitoes and shit. Like this is a breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Yeah, but at least you can at least you can buy a SIM card over there. It looks like.
And that's their thing. That's their main enemy over there, the mosquitoes and shit, them TT flies and those malaria flies. And they don't understand that, like, just having puddles everywhere and shit and still water everywhere.
But they're also built for it, right? Like, even when gliders came to sub-Saharan Africa, like there were certain parts they just could not go to.
Right.
But these motherfuckers can, because they've been living with it, just like gliders were living with pigs and stuff. Like it's so everyone's attuned to their environment.
Sad, man.
This is pretty depressing to look at. But they don't look depressed.
Yeah, I agree with that. They look, like I said, like everyone has their baseline. I think sons get more sad when you put them in a European society, because then they kind of, get a view of expectations, and they get an idea of just how fucking backwards they are, basically.
And they have to live up to, like, you have to live up to a standard to maintain things. Like there's nothing, or just live your life you only have to, worry about yourself. You don't have to. There's no collective. Even though they talk about community all the time, these are the least communal people in the fucking planet.
Yeah, they get free. They pretty much get free housing in Europe, and yeah, they don't really have to do anything.
But like the gliders contribute too, in that like when you have them over in a European society, gliders, at least up until now, guarantee them that they're the same. So that's gotta fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because they're not able to live up to the standards, yet we guarantee them and promise them that they are the same. So like that's just like cognitive dissonance for them, obviously.
No, they give them, they get handouts. Like they don't really have to. I would think that as a social construct, but in reality, social construct doesn't always adhere to it.
Like think for a second as a glider, reverse the positions. Imagine if you were in a society where you were doing the worst in every metric imaginable, yet the people who ran that society assured you that you're exactly the same, completely capable and identical in every way other than your skin color. Like, start to resent them, especially because
some serious gaslighting.
Like your intuition as a son, you got to imagine deep down they probably don't believe the noble lie of equality and that we're the same. So like maybe if gliders were at least like open and honest about it, you could get a bit further that way with the sons.
I don't know. I think you're underestimating how arrogant people with low IQs are, because they don't know. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah,
because you can't fathom. You
Are they arrogant or ignorant about it?
No. You can't fathom. Like for instance, right? Like when you see a light switch on the wall, right? That's where the son mind stops with that light switch. He doesn't think about the circuitry behind that, behind the switch, the circuitry running through the walls, behind the wall. You know what I mean? He just sees the switch. It's almost like the switch is everything. The switch is connected to the light bulb, like through like a FiOS or something. You know what I'm saying? Like we can skip steps. You know what I'm saying? And be fine.
That's
like
a good way to put it.
Yeah. It's not. We don't care. Like turn the faucet on. We don't think about all the pipes and the.
Yeah, you don't care how the sausage is made. The son doesn't care at all about that.
No, that's why they can't make sausage, because they don't care about. You know what I'm saying? So they, yeah. But let's see this. This is America, 1990 in America.
We're doing a story on the state's apparently going to loan some money to the city. Okay. You know about that story, right?
Nah, I haven't. Heard.
Born here? Yes, I was. What is it? Has it changed? How is it doing now? I mean, how would you? It's worse, for us economically, for us, getting a job. It's hard, the unemployment is sky high, and it's just hard to find a job. You can't get nothing done, drugs and all that kind of stuff. And I feel that they should have some kind of recreation centers or something to get the kids and other people. How would you compare it to other times? I mean, is it worse off than it's ever been, or is yes, it's worse off than it's ever been, because I say back in the 70s, it wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it wasn't like this, And it was some jobs here, some car, companies down
this
here.
This is eerie.
Just gone, and we just not pulling together as a team, and they work you know, if you have a team, you can get things done. But if just a small minority doing the job, it just can't work.
You used the phrase earlier, down in the dumps.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just down. You know, it need people. Everybody need to work together to bring it back up. It just can't be this minority. The whole minority got to work at it. You know, we got to work hard to get this city back the way it was. You know, and include. You know, we need the mayor's help. You know, and I don't know. I'm not gonna point no fingers at nobody, but quiet as kept. We need a white mayor. You know, I feel that
What?
we
Wait, did he just say what I thought he said?
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
point no fingers at nobody, but quiet as kept. We need a white mayor. You know,
Wow. He said
That came out of
I'm
left
not
field.
gonna point no fingers at nobody.
Have they gotten a
But
white mayor since?
quiet as kept. We need a white mayor. You know, I feel that if we get a white mayor, things will be done around here.
All right, brother.
And a lot of people getting all.
You know what? We noticed this thing about these older clips, the honesty of people. Remember how like every time we watch, these people are so honest. Even like black people like in the 50s. They're just honest. Like they're not talking about like getting chased by the Klan. They're not talking about, you know what I mean? They're not talking about like the man got their foot on their neck. They're talking about what their real issues are. People were way more honest back then, man.
Well, I have an idea as why that might be. And I think one reason is because the longer time continues, the more sons need to lie to pretend the reason they are the way they are is not DNA. Because
I don't think it's 100% DNA.
Because, like, from the civil rights, right? That was basically white America saying, okay, we're all on the same playing field now. Let's start the race.
I don't completely agree. I think the reason after the civil rights, what is it, to desegregate? Yeah, was they wanted black customers' money.
Okay,
they wanted them as consumers.
Part of the hypothesis, part of the reason, like the moral justification behind the civil rights was simply, hey, if blacks are equal and we are running under the assumption that they are, then they should be treated the same. Makes perfect sense, right? Okay. And so I'd imagine the Juice Crew and the gliders back then probably hoped that, okay, if we just treat them the same, then, you know, they're not going to become the white standard immediately, but, you know, as the years go on, they will become closer and closer and closer to that because they've been treated equally for a longer period of time. And so since that's not happening, that's not occurring, that means in the back of every person's mind, they're thinking like, fuck, like we've had more and more time and we've been treated equally for more and more, yet we're not progressing. So we either got to admit to the DNA pill that we're inferior, or we have to like embellish and make up lies and shit and pretend that it's all still so bad for us. And that's why we can't get ahead. Whereas these guys right now in front of us, this video we're watching, they didn't have to contend with that because, you know, they had only been on equal footing for, you know, like for not long at all, because this is, you know, right after the civil rights practically. So they were willing to be more honest.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, I mean, when you don't have like camera phones and internet,
anonymity.
When a microphone's put in your face, it's rare. You know what I mean? It's rare, like that you get to talking to a microphone on camera, and you're not polished in performance. You know what I mean? In front of a camera, you just raw. So I think that has something to do with the honesty. Like this guy would probably never be in front of a camera. He'll never be on another TV show again in his life. But it's like now you just go live or you just, pull up your shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So things are more scripted now, basically.
Yeah. And also the colleges, like a lot, and the Jews, like a lot of these excuses have been codified. into everyday life, like you know what I mean, like systematic racism. I think about systematic racism. No one talked like that. You know, no one used those terms. The system, like the whole system, is racist. Like we're basically like, yeah. I mean, of course I failed. I mean, because the system is racist. Like, so you don't have to pinpoint. Like this guy right here, he probably can't think of a white person that stopped him from getting anything.
No, not at all.
A black person today can't either, but the system is racist. So the whole system is racist. And then all these other terms that they have, you know what I'm saying?
But keep in mind, like, so, okay, we know the Juice Crew is going to do what the Juice Crew does, right? But even they basically did the same thing. They went, oh, shit, the Suns aren't, you know, progressing how they should be. And we've been treating them equal for longer periods of time. So we got to make some shit up about why they're not progressing. So it's just like everyone's just kind of lying about the real issue. And yeah.
Good, you know, and
everybody's
white Mary, you know, he gonna do this, he gonna do that, he gonna take and all that, you know, just give somebody a chance, because I ain't seen nothing Carl Officer did, you know, and I ain't seen no improvement, you know, for us the streets, you know, anybody can tear up some streets and put them back together, but you know, we talking about bringing business back down here, we talking about bringing companies back down here, we talking about bringing jobs. And
how would you rate East St. Louis right now if you had to describe it? How would you rate it?
I give it a 7, man. I give it a 7 right about now. That's just plain and simple, you know. And this is my city, you know. I'm proud of it and everything, but I'm gonna work hard to get away from here, because ain't no future for a young man my age down here for not now, probably in the near future, probably 20 or 13 more years from now, whatever, you know, but not now, because it's too bad, and people dying left and right down here, and it just ain't no future for me. You know, I don't know about nobody else, and I ain't, you know, I'm not concerned with nobody else. I'm concerned with Carlos Williams. You know, I'm not concerned with what, if they want to stay here, they can stay here, but if I got a good opportunity to leave or move to Belleville or Granite City or whatever it takes, I'm moving, you know, to better my life.
I read somewhere that most of the people in East St. Louis are on some kind of welfare.
Well, most of the people here, yeah, you know, and some working and stuff, but and they got this GA program around here and stuff, you know, they help the people that do not have jobs and stuff, but still and all, I'm quite sure that everybody would like to have a job and they like to feel independent about themselves, because you sitting around just waiting on a check every month, that's not gonna get you nowhere when you can just go out there and work hard, and you know, it make you feel good to know that you getting paid every 2 weeks because you're working hard for what you want, you know. And I feel that if people down here reach for the goals and try hard at them, you'll get what you want. But if you slack off and want everything to be given to you, you ain't gonna never get nowhere like that, you know.
Okay,
that's
that's
the way I
good.
feel.
Thanks a lot, Carlos. Carlos Williams. Thanks a lot, man.
He'll go running.
Damn.
Carlos.
Carlos laid it down.
To this city. Everybody trying to work together here. They don't want to help us. And people got to stand down there. We need somebody to stop this. But what can we do?
When you see this many people standing in line for food stamps and for ADC checks, what does this say to you about the community, about what's happening here?
It's just going down to the dog. Ain't nothing we can do about it. We ain't got nobody to help us. It's going to the dog. The whole city is going to the dog. They got drugs and people want to do nothing here for the people. What the black people gonna do? We ain't got no jobs. The only thing we can do is stand up here and get food stamps or get a little aid check. The aid check ain't enough to take care of these people. We got people walking around as homeless. They ain't got nowhere to eat or nothing. What can we do?
People say that East St. Louis is in some kind of crisis.
It is. It's very true. It's in a bad crisis. We need somebody to help us. What can you do? If we get caught selling drugs, you're going to jail. And you can't do no robbery, still kill somebody. That's a bad city. You can ask anybody in here. This town just going down. We got somebody ain't doing nothing for us. What can we do?
What happened?
What happened? There ain't no jobs. The money and everything left this town. What you gonna do? Rob, kill, steal? That's all you can do. We can't rather feed what the kids we got. Every day, some children, people walk around at home, the young people, old people, they ain't got nowhere to stay. I'm out of job right now. I got 2 kids. I feel bad. Me and my old lady out. We can't hardly make it with what we get. What can we do? I've been working for 13 years. They laid me off. Now I'm in a situation now. I'm getting food stamps. And I don't like this. But we can't get no other help with this. Half of them was on aid, half of them was on general assistance.
They're talking now about getting $34 million from the state.
But you think, okay, they might get that, but we might not never see none of them. It might go somewhere else. We might not see.
The state's going to take over.
I got a 13-year-old boy right there, standing 6'1", wearing a size 11.5 shoe. And his clothes, his food,
he gonna play in the NBA.
Can take that in. What can we do?
Wow.
The town is going down. When we look at it, it get rain, we get flooded out. Had to get boats and stuff to get us out the house. And here, man, been here longer than I am. No, he'll tell you more about about this town. This town just going to the dog. And nothing we can do about it. If you get caught stealing, they're gonna lock you up in jail. So what? I know. I'm 43. I'm almost 45 years old. What I want to go to jail for now? But hey, ain't got no choice but to do something. I ain't gonna take nothing. Cause I don't like.
How long have you had to come here?
How long have I been coming here? For about 7 years.
To this place?
Yeah.
You been out of work that long?
Yes. You can't find no job. Everywhere I go put in something, they say I'm overqualified, I'm underqualified.
Hold up, he said 7 years.
So what can we do?
What was your last job?
The last job I worked at a big old junkyard in East St. Louis. That was the last job I had. I worked for Soda Company. Every job
Were you a
I
welder
got.
or something like that?
Yes, I weld. I cut up trains. I welded everything. And right now I can't get a job. We go out every morning, leave at 8 o'clock every morning, going out putting in different applications with different jobs.
How many times a month do you come here?
Like every 14th, every 14th.
Every what?
Every 14th of the month. Okay,
once a month.
About 12.
Come here once a month?
Once a month. Every month, once a month.
Pick up food stamps and what?
That's the food stamp. No check or nothing, that's food stamp. And it's bad on us. I mean, what can we do? You can ask more people out inside me.
Are you in line right now?
No, my wife is over that line. See, she in line. I'm standing over here. She in line over there getting the stamp.
Okay.
Man, oh man, I tell you. Salute to let's see. Salute to G&B, man. G&B in the building. Shout out to you, G&B. Man. Rough times, man. In the city.
Sidewalk high is a dropout, living at home, not doing anything.
How many times have you skipped?
About 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks straight?
School, it had interest in me, but I just didn't feel like going. I didn't feel like being bothered, or anything with the people or anything.
All my brothers dropped out. I was feeling like
this not worth the school. It ain't even worth all this hassle. I can stay home, just be here.
I was going the wrong way until they said, hey, Rashawn, you're doing the wrong thing. We're going to put you in the program so we can straighten you out.
I love it.
You come straight at it like this. Meet the ball.
As we go on in school, we are going to have to realize that we are losing kids. We are losing them, and we're going to have to do something else.
Yo, come again, let the cow come again, let the cow come again. I make I'm legit kick K to say what I say. Make way, I move like a in the sun and we're smoking.
Because you happen to have felt greater beside your name does not mean that you are going to walk across that stage in June and shake my hand.
My name is Terrence Bell. I'm 18. I used to attend through Cooley High School. The main reason why I dropped out of Cooley Day School because I had to find a job to help with the bills and support myself. Another reason is the administration up there, they were just so hectic that they wouldn't want to make anybody leave. If anybody been in jail, like I've never been in jail, but as I hear, it's not too much difference.
I get two good guys. You be the big man. we get two more forwards, and we can run all day. How about that? See, that's what it is. That's what we be doing. Oh yeah.
Things they would do to upset me was just always hassling me, like about going to classes. And when I used to skip a lot, I fell and I got kicked out because of doing so. Usually Monopoly, you start off.
Let me check this woman's thing, the Shiloh thing one time, man. What's up? Any final thoughts, guys?
I mean, that school is like basically the gliders like forcing them how to live to the European standard. It's basically what it's trying to do. And we probably shouldn't be surprised why so many of those kids like just don't want to be in school, because it's just not really something that appeals to their mind.
Right, exactly. They're not inquisitive. They're not searching out. Now they're not trying to solve the life's mysteries. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's just
like that. That's the problem. If gliders and Juice Crew or just liberals or fucking whatever you want to call it, like you're basically treating sons like they're like defective versions of white people, but they're not. They're just sons, and like that's okay.
Yeah, like
Hey.
like they want it, but they can't figure out how to get it when they really don't want it. But they don't not want it because they're bad people. They don't want it because like an education, like what an education is something that like is founded on different principles, right? Like you have arithmetic, reading and writing and things like that. Sons never developed any of those things. You know what I mean? We never developed a written language. We never developed, a counting system, numerals. So it's like we don't have that in our background. Like whereas like we can't, you can't just drop us on an island and come back in 10 years and we have a counting system, a way to order things, a way to, all these things are part of this group. These things are part of that group. Everything order. We don't have a sense of order. You know what I mean? So it's like education. That's why my stepfather, he used to teach at one of those like East Side High type schools and shit. And he said that the black men, especially black males, you always have to make it fun. Like
Yes, yeah, you have to
learning,
gamify it.
yeah, learning always has to be made fun. And he's just, and he said it wasn't even like that with the sisters. He said, but with the males, you always you have to make learning fun. And then even if that's the case, it still don't work, but it's more effective um, when you make it like a game. You know what I mean?
Yes, I can
Hey,
that because I taught English in Korea, and I pretty much implemented exactly what you said.
Yeah.
hey, Shiloh said she's gonna leave the United States, and she's got plenty of money to do it now. Where do you guys think she's gonna move to?
Probably a conservative state.
I think she should move to a. See, the thing about it, Europe's got a lot of sun. She's gonna be surprised.
Yeah,
If you
move to
realize, yeah.
And she should just move to a conservative state where they'll allow her to, have exercise her Second Amendment.
You got a family, and whatnot. Yeah, Midwest somewhere, or the South, move somewhere, get some land, buy some land, and yeah. But she's not
she's
gonna get
got
away from sons.
she's got so much fucking money.
Yeah,
She's got so much fucking money.
cash too. It's
But you
cash.
also have to understand today's $1 million would really be worth just above 666,000 or around that because of inflation.
Yeah, but she still got a lot
No,
of.
nobody's thinking about inflation. It's literally just the
Yeah.
money we're seeing. But
Yeah.
it's what I said yesterday. She just needs, even if it's still Minnesota, but just find the whitest area possible where she doesn't have to encounter sons and Somalis. And as I said, if she wants a job, all the white business owners need to hook her up.
I would say Utah, but
Utah's been infiltrated, hasn't it?
that's the problem.
Salt Lake City though, but like, and then if some other cities, but it's still pretty white. But yeah, Salt Lake. If you stay out of Salt Lake City, you can
Just go to
find
like
some.
Wyoming or Montana.
Yeah,
Idaho.
it's just
The Dakotas.
Idaho would actually be perfect for her. Or yeah, Montana.
I think if she does nothing, okay. So if she's willing to, not back down, and if white folks are willing to give her all this fucking money, wouldn't it logically follow then that she's not as radioactive as she would have been 10 or 20 years ago? So why does she have to move? Like, is it?
I think she has to. I think she has to move because she said that's what the money was for. So it's kind of like obliged to move just to justify the use and go.
I think it's a great move because from what I understand and what I've heard about that state is I heard that it's a duty to retreat state. So you can't really stand your ground.
So yeah, this is very, very interesting, man. We'll follow up on this in the coming days, man. She's made a lot of money, man. I hope that they keep it going as long as they can. But
You think she'll hit six figure before the end of the weekend?
You mean seven figures?
Or seven figures?
No. I think like I think it's going 50,000 to 100,000 a day. So like she's got 50. She's got like so if you put that on, it's gonna be like a week or some change. And then also like you never know like what's gonna happen, like something else could happen and people could jump on that, and but So far, so good, man. She's the main topic of debate. Um,
But you'll think she'll hit her goal before the end of next week.
yeah.
But they're going to keep it up, but they took down the comments, so there's no more like white nationalist comments, right?
So nobody can make so the comments in general are disabled, or is there like certain words that are just flagged?
Okay.
No, I was asking.
Oh, okay. I think Ox is asleep. I think he fell asleep.
I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep.
Oh.
I'm confused, man.
Because
confusing me, man.
The comments on the donations were like gliders were talking about, not just, oh, I feel bad for you, but like, hey, we need a white country, right?
Right. But those are very few. Those are still very few. The white liberals, they're gonna support Karmelo and very fervently and feverishly, and the white conservatives have supported Shiloh very fervently and very. But I think that when you're talking about doing something and seeing it through to the end, I put my money on conservatives because, like, I feel like blacks once the juice crew or white libs, say scratch that, then it's over. Like this one right here, this Carmelo Anthony, he's been getting like a couple thousand a day. You know what I mean? A couple $1,000s a day for like almost a week. Over the last 2 days, the energy in his campaign picked up a little bit to where it's been like probably like maybe like 2 or 3,000 a day, 4,000 a day, because people are combating the Shiloh. But the steam, all the steam is pretty much out of the Carmelo Anthony fundraising thing.
So this is like a fundraising race war.
Yeah, and a proxy war. And her thing is today, I think she made about 80,000. Maybe
that's
about
okay. That's
90,000 today.
It's right now she's 5 away from 600,000.
Yeah, so she's still moving it, and I think that she could get 1 million. She could definitely get 1 million, and that'll be great. Yeah, and here's the thing: black people complain, right? So they complain about everything, right? So now that they're complaining about this, it's easier to ignore it because they just complain about everything. So it's like,
that's true. Yeah.
Anybody who feels kind of guilty, like about, oh my God, this white woman, she's collecting money and all these white people are donating. But listen, if that wasn't happening, right? If that wasn't happening, just like the father who came out and forgave the kid like 5 minutes after it happened, he's been swatted 3 times.
Yeah.
He's been called everything but a child of God. It's by black people. It's they're gonna complain anyway. And I pray for, if I'm a black person, I pray that gliders don't get that message in mass.
Well, not only did the blacks do what the blacks do, but I feel like a good portion of the gliders were just disgusted with his dad just being a simp and a fucking race cuck.
Right.
Like just like these white they are disgusting fucking people. Like they're just awful. And more gliders, I think, are just coming to that opinion. There's just no 2 ways about it.
Oh, you're saying they're viewing Austin's father as a race cuck?
Dude, he's so fucking pathetic. Like, he's disgusting. Like it's just so obviously racially motivated, and the first thing this motherfucker comes to say is that, love all people or whatever he said. Like, it's just, come on, man. Like, come on. We can't. That's not a game plan that goes anywhere other than defeat.
I just thought he did it as a PR, and especially when he sent a black delegate to the protest.
Yeah, I mean, like he's a cuck, and at the end of the day, cucks are disgusting. Like they just can't be respected.
Mm. Yeah, but this will be interesting to see how it. But yeah, I would say I am surprised, but I shouldn't be surprised that she passed Karmelo in the fundraiser race.
Well, it's funny you say that because a show or 2 or 3 ago, HOAX was roasting someone. I don't know who it was. Was it KB? I don't know who it was, but he's basically saying like, look, like you gliders all talk shit about glider women, and like the leader of the movement right now is this Nordic queen, right? And and that dude got kind of pressed about it. Was it KB? I think it was KB. Anyways,
KB in the panel. He was in this panel.
It was some glider on the panel. It wasn't Fish. It wasn't me. I don't know who it was, but it kind of doesn't surprise me that like white folks would rally behind a white woman before they would behind a white man. And it also does not surprise me that given the context, given the situation, like I think if this white lady was alone, she wasn't with her children, I think she would have cucked. But she had her child and she felt threatened, like threatened enough. You know, women can go crazy when they feel that their children are threatened, right?
Right.
That
the mama bear. Yeah.
Yeah. She went white nationalist mama bear like that. She had the ammunition to just go like, fuck these blacks. I'm not backing down. And so yeah, I'm not surprised that she would do that before a white man would.
I would, like I said, I was surprised when she went 10 toes down with that dude who filmed her. That did surprise me initially.
And also, race or not, you know, men like to get behind women, and you know, so yeah, like even if it wasn't a racial incident, you know, like damsel in distress is like a real phenomenon, right? So, you know, why are we surprised we have this white queen, you know, at the front of this right now?
That is.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man? You all right there?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just.
I know it's like you're definitely in the East Coast so it's definitely late for sure.
Bleak, man. Yeah, man. Great show, guys, man. Same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Subscribe. Peace.